Okay. Hey,
Yeah, you're right.
Come do Mission Impossible 5 over here.
Yep.
It's gonna look like those Indian movies.
Oh, Bollywood.
Nah, I ain't gonna hold you.
So you see the one with the soap?
Yo, you see the one? Nah, them African movies.
I'm not trying to.
The African movies got it.
Those movies be looking crazy though. You see, we all see those things.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, son. I came across a Bollywood movie one time. That shit was wild.
Yo, bad. That shit crazy.
On a Saturday, it's All Even with your boy Barry Grant. You can catch me on Instagram and Twitter at All Even Podcast. You can listen to the show on Megaphone as well as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. I'm all over the place. Trust me, go to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, like, share, and comment. Tell a friend to tell a friend because the page is growing. Full house today. Carl, how you doing?
Hey, what's up?
Love your hair today.
Thanks.
Got the Jimmy Butler going on.
Yeah, I paid extra for that.
It looks a little artificial. It does. Like normally it has this regular look, but today it looks like you added a couple extra stuff in it.
Future.
Added what?
Huh?
Added what?
Some
You want to say
hair.
you want to say the L word?
Huh?
You want to say the L word?
What's the L word? I don't know
what
what
to say it.
I don't know.
I know what you want to say.
Okay. Okay. That's all I'm saying. You look good though. Good.
I know I do.
Chili Freeze.
Yep.
You know you on the shit list tonight. I'm not gonna talk about it, but you definitely batting 1,000, Babe Ruth. You are. You are.
Just smile and be happy.
Yeah, happy to be here though. I love you. All right. You know? Nicole on ones and twos and Sal and Sass. We know Jimmy's not here. He put that out there last week that he's not here. Right? So you are doing double duty today. I'm sorry for that, but you make sure that when he does come here, you make him set up everything next time. I'd like to put her on the spot here. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I have to do it. But happy belated birthday!
Happy birthday.
So she went to, what's the place called?
Wiggles.
Dirty Glory Hole Tacos.
Up the block?
Blowing bags out.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
How was the Dirty Taco spot?
Shit, mad good.
You know,
It's a nice date spot. I like that place.
You know they have a spot where there's like different types of glory holes now, right? Where you can put your foot in the glory hole. Like they have a foothold. You never heard, I'm surprised you don't know about that. Like you can put your foot in there and
Yo, why are you surprised he don't know about that?
yes, because he's
Mr. Hole himself.
Because he's the guy.
But what do they do to your foot?
He's a hole in one.
What do you mean?
They suck your toes?
Whatever.
Yo, where did you find this
That's
at?
weird,
Huh?
bro.
Where'd you find this at?
Where did I find it at?
Yeah, on Yelp?
No, I heard about it.
From where?
Like you read articles.
Articles?
Things come up and it's just like
What type of articles are you reading,
Yeah,
bro?
like-
What publications are you reading this in?
bro, you can just Google things.
Oh, so you Googled it.
Alright.
Well, after I heard about it, then
Your
I
search
Googled it.
history must be crazy.
Yeah, you gotta go incognito mode, bro.
Oh, so that's the thing?
That's the thing.
Is that what you do?
Nah,
But you said it.
people do it,
I'm just saying.
They got
You
me
just said it.
It's
So
a
you
fe-
had to do
It's a
it.
feature on the phone.
but you don't.
Yeah, I mean, I don't believe
That's
that because I'm not.
weird, bro.
You still use
Yeah.
Safari.
Don't talk too loud. I don't want it in my algorithm.
You think she had birthdays?
Cricket.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
see?
I haven't been here for a
Yeah.
while. Introduce me, please.
You just gotta relax. You gotta relax.
She blushed though.
Right. We go. Facts.
She nervous laughed.
That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. So,
When she hits the,
right.
she did that.
So is that 3 minutes
Shit,
in
they
before
got
the
me.
monetization hit?
Yeah,
3
it's already
minutes
there.
or
It's
3 minutes,
already
so is it over?
Jeff, how you doing?
Tried.
Six in
I'm
the building.
I'm pretty good,
You
bro.
know, you haven't been here in a few months.
Feels good to be back, man.
Yeah.
It really does.
This guy next to you, just know that you're standing or sitting next to like a violation. He's just a walking violation. So if you didn't know before, you're going to know tonight.
As long as I don't get canceled for some reason.
Oh no, you're already canceled. Sit next to him. It's just the way it goes. Freaky Fang! Don't show up last week.
Don't say that.
No, you didn't show up.
I let you know the day before.
No,
I
who
was
you
showing
let?
up.
You didn't let me know.
I did. I let the group know.
Huh? See, he already said.
I let
He let the group know
Oh,
that he
you in the
wasn't going
group?
to show up.
Are you a part of the group?
No, I need an individual text.
Okay,
He's in the group.
I need an individual text.
Nah, ain't happening.
Barry Grant Jr. gets a different type of notification, not like the regular. You know, what do you call them? Bus boys. What I call them?
They're my friends.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
friends.
You gotta notify his publication where he goes finds those glory holes at, and that's how he'll find it.
Yeah, it's
right
the same
away.
place where he gets the sheets at.
Oh, okay.
No, I make the sheets.
Yeah,
I make the sheets.
but where'd you find the sheets?
Amazon.
See, you can find anything on Amazon.
Honey count cheap,
I buy
baby.
all types of stuff on Amazon. They got mad sex toys and shit like that.
How was your
I buy-
Prime Day? Got anything nice?
I don't need Prime Day to get stuff nice. I just buy it when I feel like I'm in the mood. Like, you know?
Turn off the
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. Buying sex toys off Amazon is crazy.
So you did not.
No, I go to Impressions. I would go to the real store. The Amazon, everything is cheap. I can't imagine getting handcuffs from Amazon. Them just either coming right off or never coming off.
I would never put handcuffs on.
Who said I was putting them on?
Hey, shots like that.
I get it now. I get it. I see, all right. It's two people.
So you know, yeah. Lots to get into today. We have there's some topics. There's a pretty long list of topics here today. A lot of NBA stuff. Thank you. I'm telling you, Babe Ruth has nothing on you today. Like you were just batting 3,000. Steroids, whatever it is, like
Cal
whatever it
Ripken,
is that you got going on today, you got it, right?
Barry
So-
Banks.
Dion Waiters talked about his mental health issues, which is a interesting story I want to get into. James Harden has no market and he's trying to get to the Clippers. Definitely want to talk about that.
Okay.
Dwayne Wade buys a team, but it's not who you think it is. Jets watch.
Hey.
Got a lot of stuff to talk about with Jets. Saquon Barkley, his negotiations, he's talking about that he doesn't necessarily want a record deal. Joe Mixon restructures his deal with the Bengals, so obviously those two stories kind of coincide with each other. Kyrie Irving is now a big deal with the ANTA brand.
The who?
Yeah, exactly. Doc Rivers, there's some uncertainty about his future. We're going to talk about that. The Blazers are playing hardball with Dame. Dan Snyder, they have some more information about the leaked emails. Barry Bonds is getting a 10-part docuseries I want to talk about, which is good.
That should be fine.
That's going to be great. The Mets suck, so obviously we'll have to talk about that. Irrelevant news of the week. And then the greatest segment on the planet, Dummy of the Week. Before I get into that, though, there's the biggest story that's not the serial killer in Long Island, right?
Mm-hmm.
The other big story.
Adam 22.
No, that's
the biggest story right now.
I don't think it is. I don't think
What?
it is. We talked about that. I mean, he's a porn star. His wife's a porn star. She's going to have relations with other porn stars. It's just the way it works.
I notice. I don't think black people give a fuck about Adam 22. I never heard of this fucking guy.
They
until
do.
You guys told me about it.
They do.
I never even heard of this guy. Until
Nah,
you
yeah.
mentioned
I mean,
it.
they
Yeah,
they
the
call
big
him more of a culture vulture more
Culture
than anything else.
vulture, yeah.
Yeah.
But what does he do?
He's
So
a podcaster.
When SoundCloud came out, he decided to start interviewing SoundCloud rappers.
Right.
He kind of blew up off of that.
So he interviews like a lot of like gang affiliate
Yeah,
people
so the
and
people who academics talk about on his podcast.
Right.
Chi-Town rappers.
Right.
And everybody. He'll actually bring them on the show and give them a platform. So that's kind of where he made his name.
make sure you stay on the mic, please. Yeah.
And then after he started making his name off that, he started the OnlyFans with his wife, and she was the reverse cuckold, because he was banging hundreds of chicks with her. But
that's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but
It
now
doesn't-
they switched it up, and now she's the one getting her guts rearranged.
But she's a porn star, so it doesn't matter.
That's what I'm
Like-
saying.
like
I don't
how-
think what's the big deal? Like if she can sit there and have a threesome with him What's the difference between her?
There is
and
no
somebody
difference.
else? Like,
There
it
is
doesn't
no
make sense.
I don't think it's a big deal,
I
but
don't
it's
see
definitely a
the
big
point of it.
story. I mean,
It's not. It shouldn't be a big story because people are using
Porn
the
is porn.
word cuckold. He's not a cuckold. He's not sitting there watching.
Right.
She's having a scene. She's a porn star.
Right.
Like people are making this a bigger deal than what it is.
She's at work.
All because he's Adam 22.
She's at work.
She's at work.
Like Barry, when you did your first scenes, like how did you think that it made somebody else feel when you started?
Didn't care.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
So that's what I'm saying. It's she's a porn star. She's at work, clock it in.
overtime.
You get money. Like, who cares? Who cares? Like, I see there's mad videos about this shit out there, right? It's like, why? Who gives a shit? So yeah, moving on. Biggest story outside of, like I said, the serial killer is the Writers Guild strike, and also now the actors on strike.
Yep.
This is the first time that both unions have been on strike since 1960. And it's a big thing because the AI boom is really taking a massive hit into the movie industry. So just to catch you guys up, they want to pay workers just for like, regular stand-in actors or background guys, right? They'll pay you for a day's work, but they want you to come in for the AI molding or whatever it is. But yet they're going to be using your likeness and image forever.
They want to give you $200
for your likeness and image.
One-time fee
For your likeness and image.
in perpetuity.
Yeah.
Forever.
So you get no royalties, you get no
Forever.
residuals. It's just a straight $200 and that's it.
Wild, bro.
$200. Yo,
$200.
They've been doing it in music forever.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised.
So the actors are like, hell no, we're not doing this, right? Which makes sense for them to strike, right? But the writers are like, yo, why would you not allow us to work with AI to write these scripts, right? ChatGPT is something that people use as like you can be able to use that as an addition,
as
right?
a buffer.
As a buffer. So as a writer, if you want more information or you want a little bit more fluff into your scripts, you can be able to use ChatGPT and get some other stuff in there, right? But they want to use ChatGPT solely, and it's like they're trying to take the soul out of movies. You can't remove the human element out of a movie. You just can't. So this is why they're striking.
And the bigger part to the strike is they don't want to pay the right amount of money for streams.
Correct.
You're going to make less money if your TV show has 1 billion streams than you would if your song had 100,000 streams on Spotify.
Which is crazy.
It's
nuts.
bro,
So at the end of the day, they want to change the business model over the past 4 or 5 years, but they want to keep the contracts the same.
Right.
And what they're doing now is because of the whole monthly pay, now they can dip their toe into the stock market and then sell their subscriber base.
Right.
So now they're making money off the subscriber and off the stocks, but
Well,
they
you're
want
not
to
making
pay
any
the
money.
writers and the actors less, if anything at all, if you give them a little $200 for your shit in perpetuity. So this is gonna be a big one. It's gonna be around for a while.
This is gonna last a while.
It's gonna last a while.
I spoke to my man Jerry. Shouts to Jerry. He's out there in Cali doing his thing, and he's talking about it like it sucks that everybody got a strike, but at the end of the day, you have to put your foot down, because if you don't and you allow this particular wave to happen, there's no coming back from that.
And it's affecting everybody else's job. So
right.
they gotta be on the front lines for us.
Right. So like I seen the announcement that the Deadpool movie is now on hold, which sucks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
crazy.
So, and there's gonna be a lot more movies that are on
And you
hold.
finally saw the yellow and black Wolverine.
Had him in costume, right?
Like you saw the suit, he had the hair. Man, son, you waiting that shit since like 92, 90, not even 92, 97.
And they got the perfect looking guy too. So like
You got him back.
Relax.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's great.
there you go. That's one. 15 minutes into the show. All right.
sorry.
It's not too bad.
But yeah, nah. I mean, they be doing it, like I said, they were doing it with music for a long time, and we've been fighting for rights just to get credit as far as writers and people that actually write and produce records just to get their actual credit, what they're supposed to get per song.
Is there a way to stop this? Period. Can't even see a world without it, because it's coming. Pause. Like, no matter how you want to try to delay it, right? It's at some point you got to blow your load.
It's gonna come, but the problem that the Hollywood execs don't see or don't care.
I don't think they care.
They don't care where the new style is gonna come from.
Right.
If I tell ChatGPT to write me a script about Aquaman, but Game of Thrones style. Game of Thrones style came out with Game of Thrones.
Correct.
Where are we going to get the new styles from? If I tell an AI to write me a Drake style song, where's the next blank style going to come from if everything is coming from AI?
Now you're pretty much asking them to create something that is already out there.
It's already out there.
Like, it's not coming from a unique place where somebody's literally creating something new.
Exactly.
You got to look at it.
That's the problem.
But you see why, like, I can understand their point of view of trying to do it. I want the same output. I want this. Everything's a numbers game, right? So I want what already did the numbers. Give me that.
But better.
And give me that. Better is not really a word. Just give me that again and again and again and again and again. Because there's a market
variations
for it.
Of
exactly.
Yeah.
But the thing people don't realize with AI is, like, when you type in the shit, and if you're not super specific, you're going to get some bullshit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen people do their album art. Like, yeah, I want to do my album art. And I typed in this with this and that. And that shit gave you some shit that looks so crazy.
Came out looking like Reptar.
Bro, it had some shit that you don't belong seeing. Like,
Yeah.
and 6K? Nah, I don't belong seeing certain shit at 6K,
Yeah.
dog.
That my shit look like Doug Funny.
Yo, son, that shit look bad.
Get out of
news,
here.
bro.
Right? It's crazy. Like, listen, I'm a movie guy. And the fact that they got my movies all messed up, I don't like that. I don't like that, man. I don't appreciate this AI nonsense taking over. I told y'all that Skynet was here. People didn't want to believe, hey, ChatGPT, it's so cute. We can be able to do all these things. Yeah. You didn't think the big wigs were going to be like, oh, that ChatGPT could do a lot of stuff, huh? We could be able to fire a lot of people now.
Yeah, it's already happening.
Like, it's you already see it in places. McDonald's got mad kiosks now.
Yep.
You don't even have to speak to nobody.
You don't have to talk to nobody.
Yeah, just talk to nobody. You just go straight in there and get your food.
Taco Bell, too, and still fucks up
Everywhere.
the order.
And they still mess it up, right?
Still mess up my shit all
Machines
the time.
still mess it up. He told the machines that it's like this is a Taco Bell thing. They're just gonna mess things up. But it's messed up. But at the same time, I respect both unions for holding their ground, because obviously, like, think about it. So many people are out of work, right? But they have to take this stand. They have to.
Yep.
Because if you don't, you're gonna be eating, like nothing. You're gonna be getting pennies for like the next 10 years. So you have to do something. Gotta do something.
Like, you really have to, because, like, let's say when Verizon went on strike, they tried to get us to do Verizon's work, and we were like, no, absolutely not. We're not gonna do Verizon's work.
You pay them to do it.
When Verizon went on the picket lines, we went out there with them.
Yeah, that's smart. It's like, you're not gonna get us to do double work and then not pay us more.
Right.
The problem that Hollywood is going to have, why I feel like they're not going to win this, is because of platforms like YouTube. Like, so
People can make their own shows.
and they already do. My kid don't watch TV. My kid don't know a damn thing about a television
Facts.
show. He don't know nothing about no real
A lot of people
commercial break. Nothing. Everything is YouTube.
Yep.
So if you keep going down this road, certain industries are easier to stifle creatives in music. I don't think it's gonna work with acting.
Yeah, I don't think you could do that. I agree.
I don't think it's gonna work with acting.
I agree.
movies.
Because the thing is, if you allow people to start, like, venturing out to YouTube for making series and docuseries and documentaries and stuff, then now YouTube has a bigger bag to be able to start to send to other people to start making their own stuff. And you don't want to compete with that if you are those big wigs. You don't want to do that.
Exactly.
You don't want to compete with that because you won't be able to.
Right, but here's another thing, and this is like economically, if we're gonna go into the conversation of the business that it brings in. If we start slacking on our product, movie wise, another country is gonna pick it up.
But it's worldwide.
Or that's what I'm saying. It's so much worldwide, but it's these companies, pretty much predominantly American-based companies. Our medias, our films are what keep the world rocking. The production budgets on our movies are what they are. Another country be like, Okay. Hey,
Yeah, you're right.
come do Mission Impossible 5 over here.
Yeah.
It's gonna look like those Indian movies.
Oh, Bollywood.
Nah, I ain't gonna hold you that.
So you see the one with the soap?
Yo, you see the one? Nah, them African movies.
I'm not trying to.
The African movies got it,
Those movies
son.
be looking crazy though. You see, we all see those things.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie,
Those
son.
movies be looking
I came
toasty,
across a
come on.
Bollywood movie one time. You actually
Yo,
yo, son. I couldn't turn away.
So they should be
I couldn't turn away.
That should be crazy.
you gotta
bro.
keep watching like it's
Yo,
bad.
It was so bad, son. I couldn't
It's
turn
so
away.
bad, you gotta keep
I
watching.
couldn't turn
It's
away,
like,
son.
yo,
It was
what
bad.
are they doing?
It was bad, son. It was bad. Yeah,
I ain't gonna hold you. Me and my friends be having Bollywood movie nights, but like,
Dude,
low key, like,
yo,
great,
son,
great.
son. It's a
Those
a
are-
different
yeah.
breed.
I'm gonna stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Yo.
I got Indian friends who watch this.
Yo, they be who? All right, who makes this movie, watches it, and is like, that was great. Like,
Yo.
are they joking?
Nah, son. Like,
They
some
have
people,
different expectations,
They're right.
different cultures, bro.
Right.
Bro,
gotta-
the
they got-
graphics, everything, the effects is like, nah,
Yo,
I can't.
it's real enough for them,
straight,
bro.
straight
Bro,
to
first off, I don't want to hit him on the
Relax.
let alone watch them on
Son,
TV.
you're
Relax.
already canceled
All right.
tonight.
Yeah, we gonna break that out. All right. After the break, we gonna talk some sports because I can't deal with these two. I can't. One after the other.
Yo, it's your man DJ G Money Flat, Flip the Script podcast. You see it? We in the studio right now. Flip, shut up. Yeah. Oh, listen. Shout out to the All Even podcast. My man Barry Grant Jr. What's up, man? What happened? What you want to say to the people?
Shout out somebody else's podcast.
Yeah, don't make it the joint. What's up?
All even.
All Even podcast.
Yo, it ain't even up here, boy. We put this go something. All even. Yo, you. Oh my God. What's up with you, man? Now you go. Well, that's a shout out. You keeping this?
Yeah, keep all that. You want to jump in
All
the
even
camera?
podcast, right?
Yeah, all
Shout out to
even.
All Even podcast, right? All even. That's your man.
My man.
All right, shout out to All Even podcast.
100%. He cool. Is he cool? Let me see. Is he cool?
G. What is it, G? Oh, shout out, G. Oh.
He cool, man.
Welcome back, y'all. John Gruden caused a lot of problems in the NFL. Domino effect. His email chain caused a series of events that forced Dan Snyder to have to sell his team. And it's kind of fitting because obviously Dan Snyder is one of the worst owners in American sports history. And he's been under scrutiny for years for, you know, certain work environments for women and stuff like that. And it's so funny that this is what takes him down. But it's like, can we talk about the bigger picture of what this tells me in the NFL is that there's a dark underbelly to the NFL, right? That this email chain looks like something that's normal. And Roger Goodell obviously has to get in front of it, but this is something that is normal. Because how long has this been going on, right? Thoughts?
Forever.
Yeah.
We know this. We know how they are. We know how they talk. Forever. The thing that's funny to me is he was an analyst when this email chain was going on.
Right.
So,
what I'm
like,
saying.
just between the two of them, how long has this been going on? And it's an email chain. Who's he writing these emails to?
Right.
It's not just John Gruden by himself.
Exactly.
So, I mean, listen, they tell us it don't exist, but every couple of months, every couple of years, is another story like this.
Does Gruden have a case to be able to feel like a victim?
Well, he got scapegoated, definitely. He got scapegoated. They were like, yo, Dan Snyder was like, yo, if y'all don't let me rock with my team, I'm going to put out some things that's going to get everybody else in trouble.
So they said, all right, get him. Get John.
John took one for
I'm
the
not
team,
going down
bro.
by myself.
John took one for the team.
Facts.
We going
Facts.
down together.
But did they compensate him yet? Did he sue them or he's in the process of? I think he's in the process.
He's not gonna get his money. I think they gave him a nice little something on the side to keep him away from suing.
Because he's still getting the contract from the Raiders.
No, because he got fired. He couldn't get it, but they settled on an undisclosed amount.
Okay.
After, so that was the hush money. He took one for the team.
So he got a little over $6.
He took one for the team. So.
$6,000.
I said he got a little over $6.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just it's comical how they can be able to look at him as the scapegoat when there's plenty of other Dan Snyders out there.
3,000 emails.
Yeah, there's plenty of other Dan Snyders out there, bro, and a lot that we think that are good people are on that email chain.
Mm-hmm.
So, sucks, but it is what it is.
Hey, what's so good about them that they're on that email chain? They're talking bad about people. They're bad people too. I don't care about the organization you like or the team you represent. If they're bad people behind that, you need to acknowledge them as such.
Absolutely.
Take off that silly ass hat and just let your brain breathe, bro.
I didn't say that they weren't bad people.
Okay.
That's not what I said.
I say bad shit about people all the time, so I don't get.
But in work emails though, that's the shit that kills me.
Well,
y'all mad comfortable,
if you
bro.
if you in somebody's house and y'all having conversations, that's one thing.
This shit
or
somebody,
work email, bro.
Work email, my nigga.
If I had to send emails for work, I'm pretty sure you'd find some fucked up shit in there.
Yeah, I don't. My work email stays to work. I don't.
Yo.
Yeah, I never.
There's so many different other avenues to be able to do this, right?
Never find
the
out.
work email.
Yeah.
You could text them the shit,
Right.
and they have no access to it.
I don't get burner phones. Like
even in my work group chat, I don't.
Right.
I keep it simple.
But that's
like,
if you care.
Yeah.
Like,
let's go. Rally up, guys.
Hey.
But
I
that's
keep it
if you
simple.
care.
Good morning.
That's only if you care. You're gonna take the initiative to do it somewhere else. So, like, if you don't care, then why are you even trying to hide it?
But here's the problem: is that there's always something that can happen, right? If you have billions to lose or teams to lose, you need to be a little bit more discreet with what you're doing.
You guys better
Now, if you don't care, you don't care.
And this come from a sport that reminds the players every other day, the eye in the sky
Is
don't
watching.
lie.
Right.
So y'all doing this.
That they have the best investigators in the world. Like, they tell you this. We got the best investigators on planet Earth. And you gonna do this here?
Gonna do this shit.
Because America's pussified, so you can't say shit. I get it, because America's pussified. You shouldn't be saying this. You shouldn't be saying that. But in all reality, everyone says messed up stuff. It is what it is.
That's true.
Get over it.
There's a difference in business, though, sir.
Listen, we better never ever exchange emails.
There's never gonna be a
y'all
we.
all going down.
There's never gonna be a we. It's
Yeah,
you.
They find my group chat.
It's you.
We going down, bro.
It ain't gonna be no we. I'll sever ties long before that. I'll tell you that right now. They ain't taking this down. Moving on. Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley says that he wants a fair deal, not a record deal. But to me, I'm just like, what's a fair deal? They offered you a fair deal.
No.
They gave you the franchise tag. That's a fair deal. It's a fair deal. Listen, how much more does Saquon want? We had this conversation a couple of weeks ago. We didn't really get into it, but what's a fair deal? They offered him 2 years, $19 million.
That's a fair deal to you?
What is the running back market
I'm
right
mad at
now?
that.
He should be getting $12
He
million.
wants like
No,
11,
he-
12.
no,
yeah.
no.
He should be getting 12 a year.
Yo,
No.
give him the 19 and give him 12 or 13 guaranteed.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Call that shit a
I give
day.
you 19 for 2 years, and you can have $15 million guaranteed. That's $7.5 a year.
Seven
and
and a
if-
half a year,
and
and the
then if-
market is 12.
And if you do well,
I'm
we'll
talking
give you a
about guaranteed
bonus,
money.
and you get 2 or 3 mil extra.
Yeah, the base is 7.5.
like,
He
you can get
probably
the
was
extra.
like the 8,
I don't know
9
about that.
guaranteed with
Yeah,
the
but
12.
I think he wants. I really think he wants a 28.
Of course he does.
He wants a 28.
He
He-
said 12. He said he's good with 12. 12 a year. He don't want to break
That
the bank.
is too much.
Why? How?
That is too much.
That's how much they were paying Le'Veon Bell 8 years ago.
That's 8 years ago.
8 years ago.
And the market gets bigger
Not
every
for running
year.
backs.
Running
Not
back
for
market
running
is-
backs,
is
bro.
not what it was.
But it's
Not
not
for
supposed
running
to
back.
shrink.
It did.
It did because the position has depreciated.
Well, you got to talk
What do you
about the
mean?
Giants
What are you talking about?
organization as far as like running and passing. They do running and passing. There's no all.
They're not
throwing all.
They gave Daniel Jones $40 million
Who's
a
got
year.
less than
They will be
10,
passing
$11
the ball
million
this year.
a year the past 4 years as a running back. You telling me the market shrank? Who's gotten paid less?
You know that King Henry's not even making that much money.
Yes, he. What?
He's making a shade over 12, and that's King Henry.
No.
That's the best running back in the game. Is Saquon the best running back in the game?
First of all, when he
answer my question,
one of the best.
Is he the best? The
best
question that I asked you was,
is
he the best running back in football?
He's the best for you.
No. That's not what I asked you. Is he the best running back in football?
I'm not gonna play this game with you.
Is either yes or no?
I'm not gonna play this game with
Fang,
you.
is he the best running back in football?
Is he better than Derrick Henry right now?
He's not, right?
Is he better than Derrick Henry right now?
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Show me freeze. Is he better than Derrick Henry?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
You think he?
Yes,
Claude,
he is.
is he better than Derrick Henry?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
He's more versatile.
When you look at what Derrick Henry does for the Titans, he's everything for the Titans. Is he better than
He
Saquon?
wore down the last 2 years after Game 12 and was a no-show in the playoffs for him.
Yeah. Derrick Henry though.
He's a beast, and I'm happy he got his money. But to tell me Saquon doesn't belong in that tier,
Saquon has injury. He has an injury history.
System too, though.
It's a different system, and they just paid Daniel Jones $40 million.
They should have never did that.
That's where they
did it because
that's where they messed up.
No, they didn't mess up.
They
want to throw the ball. That's what they're telling you.
Well,
so that's why they don't want to pay Saquon.
They need to find some receivers to throw to before
they'll find them. You can find receivers more than you can find a running back.
Exactly. So they got the running back already.
You don't need a bell cow running back to be in the NFL.
Is Saquon a receiving back?
He is.
They do. You don't, as far as the league. The Giants do.
They don't.
For what? Okay, listen. I don't care. I'm not a Giants fan. Hope they fall flat on their face anyway.
Yeah.
Great. Good luck for the season.
They don't.
Yeah.
Good luck for the season.
But we're talking about the position that has been depreciated. We just let's talk about the other story.
The position is depreciated on payday.
Let's talk about the other story that now kind of coincides with this, right? Mm-hmm. Joe Mixon just restructured his contract.
He already had a $14 million a year deal.
His deal was $9.5 million.
And he got paid as guaranteed up front,
right,
which equaled out to $14 million per year.
Well, the problem with Saquon is that he got hurt. That's his problem.
Saquon
had Saquon not got hurt, he would have got his money.
I can't see that being Saquon's problem. He got hurt.
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying
is
that was
a year that they would suck.
It's unfortunate. But if he did not get hurt, right? If he didn't tear his Achilles or tear his ACL, he would have got paid.
I don't know that. Look at
he's been the Giants' offense. He's the
entire offense. Is what I'm trying to tell you.
For the past couple of years, he's been that guy.
And he still has tread on the tire from that injury.
So they used and abused him as you would your number one running back. Hence why the running back position is where it is right now.
But he also got injured.
Right.
Why would I want to invest that much money?
Why exactly? I'm going to give you top dollar for a guy that's been hurt.
Hey. OBJ, bro.
I was about to say
OBJ is a wide receiver.
The league is
you can't use you can't
same guys coming off of the same leg.
Here we go.
ACLs. We're comparing completely different positions.
What are you talking about?
It's a completely different team.
He's a wide receiver.
It's still someone coming off the same injury.
He's a wide receiver. It's different.
He's a wide receiver with multiple lower leg injuries. So therefore,
it goes to show you he still has more value than Saquon.
First of all,
why? Because of the position.
No, because of his leverage. That's number one.
That's
it had nothing to do with the damn
position. Nothing to do with nothing.
Fucking because his name is OBJ.
That's why he had leverage, or he had one team that was willing to offer him the money that he got.
What do you call leverage?
There was only one team.
What do you call leverage?
It literally was only one team.
If there's only one team willing to give you that money, what leverage do you have? Every other team was giving him $2 million, $3 million, $4 million, $5 million. Here comes Baltimore, and they give him the extra. There is no leverage. What are you talking about? That's a market.
There's no leverage. Everyone's paying you $2 million, yet somebody pays you $18.
Do you understand what leverage means? That means that
he worked his agents.
I have X amount of offers at this level. You need to pay me this amount of money, or else I'm going to go here and sign for this money.
Did he get the money
that
he
said called leverage.
Did he get the money that he wanted, yes or no?
By one team.
All it takes is one team.
Right.
But that's not leverage.
All it takes is one team for Saquon to get his money. But guess what? The Giants don't want to give it to him. if they're giving
We're
him,
saying that he got
if they're
bad
giving, if
deal.
they're offering him a franchise tag, what was it? Is it 11? What's the franchise
like
tag?
10
10 and a half, 11? He's not getting any more than that. They're not giving him more than that.
We're saying that that's wrong.
I agree. I understand what you're saying.
So what's
we're talking about the market is depreciated based on you seeing what's going on with Joe Mixon. He took less. He restructured his deal to stay with the Bengals. He's not getting any more than that, is what I'm saying. He's going to get paid. But if he's
the two
thinking,
people you talk about who restructured.
Because think, all right,
Joe Mixon.
Before you go, he said that he's not looking for a record deal. We all know that running backs don't get record deals anymore, right? It's not happening anymore. From the Christian McCaffrey deal, it's not happening, right? A record deal for Saquon is over $12 million. That's where the problem lies, is that he may not want a record deal, but you want $12 million. The 2 and 2 go hand in hand, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Derrick Henry and Joe Mixon are bad examples because they already got their money.
Granted.
After a few years, they restructured.
Granted.
So you can't put the restructuring as what the market value of a running back is.
But what is the market of a running back?
You would have to take the originality of their contracts, which is about, if you add in the signing bonus, about $14.5 million a year. He's saying, I don't even want the $14.5 million a year. I'm good with 12. Which is a lower number than both those people. That's one aspect of it.
But he can take 10.
Number 2, he's the team's offense. And we don't think Daniel Jones is really that good. So even if you pay Saquon Barkley his quote, which is $12 million a year, you save way more money if you flame out on Saquon Barkley than if you flame out on Daniel Jones. So it doesn't make sense. If I'm going to take a gamble and there's a big chance that I lose either of them, let me lose the $12 million gamble rather than the $160 million, $40 million a year gamble. That's why it's a bad decision. They're both gambles, but one of them might cost you your franchise for the next 4 or 5 years, and one guy you could probably get off his contract after 1 year if he fucks up.
So what's the contract that you see for Saquon? That they
I don't know. I know what he should get. I don't know what he's going to get.
You think it should? What
I
should
think
it be?
he should get his $12 million a year. I think it should be in the neighborhood of not maybe a little less than 12, maybe like 3 years, $27 million with like $13 million guaranteed and then incentives for the rest of it.
So we're talking about we just less than 12. He's not getting 12.
You less than 12 reasonably. 3 years, $27 million with a $13 million guarantee.
That's reasonable. 9 a year.
It's reasonable.
We spoke about this weeks ago, though.
That's what I'm saying.
We said he was going to get 11.
We said that he was going to get the franchise tag, which is 10 and a half.
He's going to get
we said
11.
That. I remember I said it specifically. If the Giants go any higher than 11 and a half, they're overpaying for Saquon. I said that. That's what they're thinking. If Saquon is saying I don't want a record deal and I take 12, this deal would have been done already. They are not comfortable going 12 for Saquon.
I hear you, and that part I agree. But what I'm saying and what a lot of people are saying is they're wrong for this whole thing.
We'll discuss it after the break.
Yo, this is Cigar Gents and Gals. I want to give a shout out to my boy Barry for All Even Podcast. Keep doing your thing, bro. Killing it.
Saquon Barkley. What does he get?
I don't know what he gets, but I just hope it's a fair deal.
Don't ride the fence.
It's not riding the fence.
Give me an offer.
I don't have an offer for you.
Give me an offer.
They spent all their money on Daniel Jones. I think he deserves his $12 million a year.
Okay, so
I don't know if he's going to get it, even though I think he should.
Right. So what do you think that they settle on? You are a smart NFL man. Go ahead. Speak.
It's going to be 3 years, a hair under 30. It's going to be like 3 years, 28, with like $15 million guaranteed. I don't think he's going to get his money.
Freaky Fang, what do you think?
I don't even know, man.
Yeah, I don't think he gets his bread, bro.
I'm just...
Give me a number.
Yeah, give him 10.5.
10.5 a year? Chili?
11.
11? Claw?
11.5 per year. 3-year deal.
I say they settle on 3 years, $30 million.
Yeah, okay.
That's fair value where he's not happy, but he's also not mad. Right?
I wouldn't be mad at their 3 years, $30 million.
I think that's a fair deal for the Giants. I think if they're looking at anything below that, that's a bit unreasonable. But at the end of the day, I understand the market. The NFL has done such a masterful job, and I will say masterful job at depreciating the running back position so much that we're having this conversation. Look what wide receivers are getting paid. $28 million a year.
Crazy.
30, like Justin Jefferson is probably going to get $35 million a year.
Bro.
Like defensive tackles are getting paid $30 million a year. Linebackers are getting paid $30 million a year. But the workhorse position that they need, right? You can't play football without a running back, right? They've depreciated to the point where everybody's looking at the position as useless. And they've done that in the market to make a guy like SAQUON that's playing out of a generation, because if he played 15 years ago, SAQUON Barkley would have been a $100 million man.
Mm-hmm.
Just based on his metrics alone.
Yep.
Based on what he can be able to do, how he looks, his body type, his skill set. He made $100 million. So it's crazy that I think somebody has said the other day that, I think it was what's his name, Melvin Gordon, said he hates being a running back.
He helped fuck up the market though.
Oh, of course he did. Of course he did. With the leverage move that he tried
First
to pull
of all,
on the
he didn't have no type of real leverage.
But he
asked for way too much money and then sat out. It's like the triple combination of he helped destroy that market.
Idiot brain. Yeah. Moving on.
Le'Veon did it too.
Le'Veon did too.
Le'Veon
got greedy.
But Le'Veon got railroaded. He did.
Yeah.
Le'Veon was by choice.
Yeah, he got railroaded.
But then he got greedy, bro.
But then he got the bag.
We'll give you the 14. He was like, nah, I want 17.
He got the bag.
Right. Well, and that's true, because I think the Steelers
finally
did
caved.
offer him a contract.
They finally caved and offered him a
he
good
wanted
contract.
more money. Well, he got more money from the Jets, and look, you saw what happened. So no, he actually took less. He took less with the Jets.
Yeah, took less with the Jets.
Bro, doesn't count.
He took less with the Jets. It was miserable.
Running backs out there, even if y'all mad, do not miss training camp. Do not sit out that year.
Facts.
Your career will never be the same.
Never be the same. Moving on. Jets Watch. Claw, I know you got to go. Do you want to do Jets Watch or you want to go?
Let's do it. I'm always
all right, so break it.
Quentin Williams.
Yeah.
Gave him that bag, baby.
Nice.
That he deserves.
That he deserves.
One of our
shouts to Quentin Williams.
One of our first biggest bags we gave out since like 20. Jesus,
and they said that draft class. I think he was the first one from that draft class to get signed.
Yeah, God bless him.
He should have been number 1 overall if it wasn't for the gas man shit.
Yeah,
he's fire. He earned it. Staple of our defense. Now we got Sauce, and we're going to pay him soon or next couple years. But
probably after next year. Maybe.
Yeah.
Sauce is ready to get that bag too.
It's gonna be that.
It's gonna be that Revis money. You know that.
Yes. I'm happy he got it though. Yeah. And then we got some more Jets watch. We got the Hard Knocks coming up, which they opted out of, but NFL was like, nah, you gotta do that.
Right.
They want to get them ratings because,
New York, baby. New York sells.
Nah. I think that's weak though.
Aaron Rodgers sells, bro. Really, truly. Everybody wants to be on Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I don't like that. I ain't
like that though.
I understand that the Jets are one of the biggest stories, but I don't like that. I don't like the fact that they forced the Jets to do that.
Yeah, I was corny. I felt that like they already knew. It was whack. I didn't like that.
The Jets didn't want to do it because they know too many Jets players walking around on mushrooms.
You know who would have been a better story? Broncos. Broncos would have been a better story. You got Sean Payton changing things up. You got Russell Wilson with his weird ass over there. It would have been a better story.
It's too weird though. Too many.
Plus, you would have had too much Ciara on TV.
I feel like the Jets was probably one of the best Hard Knocks ever. So
it was
them going back to
that's when
Rodgers. Like
when was it? That's when Revis wasn't gonna come back.
Yeah.
And in that last episode,
you saw
balls to the wall. Yeah. I caught a tear.
So everybody hates it for New York. I love it. I think it's one of the best things for the Jets. I think it's great for the city.
But if the quarterback doesn't like it,
I don't believe that.
Mr. Ayahuasca himself.
Listen, you throw a lot of shade to Aaron Rodgers. I don't appreciate your Aaron Rodgers shade anyway. So
that's because it comes from a place of love.
No, it doesn't.
It comes from
no,
a
it
place
doesn't.
of love. It comes from a place.
It comes from a place of blindness because you, as a Patriots fan, have been blinded by what real football is for years. Now you know.
Patriots are probably going to be next on that Hard Knocks list.
Why would anybody want to watch that?
No. The School of Hard Knocks list.
Because
Hard Knocks,
your man's about to get fired.
No team ever wants to do Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
they get bullied into doing it if your team doesn't go to the playoffs for the 2 years previous. So the way my Patriots are going, we definitely gonna be on that list to do the next one.
Well, if Kraft does the right thing and get rid of Belichick, you guys might avoid it.
It's time. I've been said it.
Yeah,
First of all, I want to know where all that money he went that he wasn't paying them damn players. He never paid Gronk, right? Never really paid Brady White. Where's the money going, son?
It's probably
in the Cayman Islands, bro. I'm telling you, we got to investigate Belichick.
It's probably
in the
emails.
I appreciate the rings, but I want an investigation into the funds.
It's probably in the emails. That's probably where it is. Moving on. Blazers.
Dirty game, dirty business.
You think it's dirty business?
I think so.
Interesting.
A guy of Dame's caliber should get his choice of where to go.
Interesting.
But we've never really seen something like that before. So he's still in his prime. So
that is a nice, healthy take. I disagree.
Why should he get this?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, see, the thing is,
you put fans in my seats.
Also, too, we have something called contract negotiations where he could have negotiated a no trade clause because you're Dame Lillard. You could have been able to negotiate trade kickers and certain things because you're Dame Lillard. You decided not to do that. Why? Because you never planned to leave Portland, allegedly, right? But all of a sudden, now, see, the thing is, I don't side with either side, right? I understand what you say, right? But I don't side with either side because I blame Dame and I also blame the Portland Trailblazers for this mess that they've created because they knew that they could not build a contender around this man for years. This is not something that just happened yesterday. They've been trying to put a team together for years. Nobody wants to come to Portland. If you don't draft well, you have to then draft somebody who you hope can develop in another 4 years. How much time do you think he has? Dame is 32 years old, 33 years old. How much time do you think he has? So they should have came to him prior to the NBA draft and say, listen, we know you want to stay, but we're trading you. So give us a list so we can be able to put out our press releases at the same time so we don't look like, so nobody looks like the bad guy here, and we can go ahead and move forward. But you decide to say, oh, well, I'm going to try to figure it out, see what's going on with Portland. I want to see what they're going to do with the draft. What do you think they're going to do with the draft? You thought that any team out there was going to offer you a superstar for number 3 pick? For a child. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to give you James Harden for this. We'll give you Giannis for the 3. We'll give you Trae Young. Nobody's doing that. What do you think was going to happen? And then Portland, well, we're going to do our best to try to put a team. It's all bullshit. Mm-hmm. So now we're here, right? Dame has now put you in a box and says, you can try to send me anywhere. I'm going to tell my agent to make sure they know that I'm not going. I want to go to Miami. So no matter what package Miami offers you, you have to take it, don't you? But now the rumors are starting to come out that they want to play hardball now. We don't like the offer that Miami. You could have got a better offer before the draft.
Yep.
Shots fired! What are we talking about here? This is the stupidest. Out of every trade demand there's been, we've seen a few, right?
We've seen a
KD. AD did his stuff. There's been a whole bunch of players. James Harden always, every year he requests a trade, right? This is the stupidest one. It's just dumb. One, I've been loyal. I'll never leave Portland. never leave. I'm here to.
Portland's trash, bro.
Even a better reason to get a no trade clause than your
shit.
Right.
Wow, bro.
You took like 3 bags from Portland, and not one time did it ever dawn on you and say, you know what? Let me go get that no trade.
I'm going to tell y'all one thing that never crossed my mind. Is the fact that he's 32 fucking years.
Yo, he's old as shit,
bro.
And why are we having this conversation anymore? It's a wrap.
And that's why he came to me, because usually when the older player finally leaves, it's like, okay,
right?
Where you want to go?
If I'm Portland, I'm like, nah.
Bro, sit your dumb ass down. You got like 3 more years.
Right.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up and go have a seat.
Help Trey scoop.
Right.
Right.
You see what Steph is over here doing? Just do what Steph does. Right? shoot your threes.
Sit your goof
Go ahead and
ass
chant to
down,
the Portland
boy.
crowd and go sit your ass down.
That's
You talk about you want to leave
Crazy.
now.
Yeah.
You should have left 4 years ago.
when it mattered.
When everybody said it, you should have left. How long have we been talking about Dame should go? Dame should leave Portland.
I ain't going. I thought
5 years?
I thought he was 28.
Yo, you old as shit.
Yo, you're 32, son.
Bro, he's old.
Yo, boy. Sit your ass down and get used to
Steven's 35, he 32. Where you going?
You tweakers.
Where you going?
Nah, you bugged out.
That's
That
crazy.
just ruined my night.
Yo, thank you, Claw.
I didn't
That's
know you was
funny.
that old, son.
It's funny though, because it's
Oh
like,
my
where are you
God.
going? Where you going?
That's crazy.
I'm good.
You don't think they can get him to Milwaukee?
They get a,
Nah, they don't have. Milwaukee doesn't have enough.
get a veteran
Like
deal. Like,
the
fucking what are we talking about?
the only moves right now is like 3-team deals.
God.
Like that's what Portland is trying to figure out. If they can find another sucker to be able to, take Tyler Hero or whatever it is, and because it's like, dude. But at the end of the day,
tax write-offs. Huh?
yeah, we're here because of you. Both you guys are dumb. Management, player, dumb.
What I said about Lamar and the Ravens, same Blazers and Dave.
I think this is worse.
Blazers, both of y'all don't.
This might be worse.
This is
Both of
worse.
y'all
This is
don't.
worse.
Like, yo,
Damn, son.
this whole time, I'm like, they're literally like, who doesn't know this? It's the most like obvious shit. Portland is Portland. They don't draw any stars.
Anything, bro.
They've never drawn any stars. They've had to draft every single star player they've had. Every single one.
Who wants to go there?
No one.
What's there to do out there?
Nothing.
The Nike outlet.
Trailblaze.
the Nike
Blaze
factory
Trails.
store. That's it.
Whatever that means. Like, yo, it's just don't make sense. And Claude with his, his moment of clarity. He's the what? He's how old?
He's a
I
veteran,
didn't
bro.
know.
Sit your ass down.
Get him $6 million in a water cooler.
And on top of that,
He's
he made
good,
like
bro.
$70 million.
Yeah.
For what?
Crazy.
Get out of here.
Nah, bro. I didn't realize he was
he
that
need
old.
outta
one of
here.
the Westbrook contracts right now, bro.
He's worse.
You know,
His contract's
there's only
worse.
one place to send him, though.
Knicks.
Nah, not even. The
Knicks.
Knicks wouldn't do
Don't
that.
you wish
He's
you would have
definitely
gone
Knicks.
to the
No,
Knicks?
To the Knicks.
Y'all had, put some respect on the Knicks because the
No.
Knicks didn't even do that bullshit.
Don't you wish you
they-
would've
they-
gone to
what?
the
You know
Knicks?
who? You know who would do it?
Who?
Brooklyn.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Brooklyn is the ones to get that done.
Well, no, Brooklyn was in the
Of
talks.
course they fucking work.
It
That's
was
what
in
they
talks
do.
Yeah.
Knicks ain't doing that shit. Same thing we didn't do it with the other one. KD and your man.
Nah, the Knicks wanted the Knicks. The Knicks spread butt cheeks for KD and
And
Kyrie.
guess what?
And they said no.
We didn't get burnt.
They said no.
Exactly.
Y'all got
We would've
lucky.
got burned.
We
Y'all got
lucked out.
lucky
Yeah.
that they said no.
Word.
Because if they would have said yes, y'all would have signed both.
It's
of
all
them.
right. Y'all still got Randall.
Facts. Facts. Moving on. Moving on.
LeBron's leaving next year.
Relax. Relax.
Bronny's coming to the Knicks.
You're right.
Who?
That would never happen. LeBron's not going to the Knicks.
If Bronny is
Bronny's coming
Bronny.
to the Knicks, I said.
Oh, I think it's LeBron.
In a little mock draft for 2024, the Knicks are right above Atlanta.
yeah, because you guys are not making the
Why don't
playoffs.
you just back off with your boom blockers, all right? Of course we're not making it. Who's going to... We have Randall.
Your man Brunson's there, right?
That's what we got.
Your man Brunson's
That's
there, right?
all we got.
Okay, then you're supposed to make the playoffs.
Yo, you
Made
got
it-
Gabe Vincent. Y'all going to the playoffs?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why
And
y'all not
Gabe Vincent's in
keeping,
the
that's why
finals
y'all not
this year.
keeping
What you talking
Braun. Keep it up. It's
He's
good.
in the finals.
Keep it up.
You want to throw Shane Gatos in the finals?
Yeah, I do.
How does that make sense?
Because LeBron wasn't last year. Fuck out of here.
Games.
Okay.
And Bronny not going to over there.
Moving on. Dion Waiters said some interesting stuff. So Dion Waiters is trying to make his comeback into the NBA. And he said that he dealt and battled with depression and a whole bunch of other stuff because it's like when you're the breadwinner for your team or for your family and you have to be this person that everybody's asking money from, right? It weighs on you. Like we're talking about everybody, friends, family, everything. Like he could not fall into the depression that he wanted to because he had to show up for everybody.
Man, please. I'll tell everybody to go fuck themselves.
I mean, granted, that's cool, but a lot of people are not wired that way.
Men, especially.
Men, exactly.
We don't even know what, some of us don't even really know what depression is because like, we don't have the time in the day to be depressed. I got family to feed. I got bills to pay.
And that's exactly what he was saying.
Counting on me.
Yeah.
I'm sad.
Right.
Nigga, get up and go to work.
That's exactly what he was saying.
Well,
so it's like,
I don't sympathize for multimillionaires in their fucking depression. Like I don't. At the end of the day, you got enough. You could take a few years off and take care of your family. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but
I don't sympathize for you.
Yeah, but money don't fix
But at the end of the
I'm
day,
not saying the money fixes it, but you have enough. You should have enough in reserve to take care of your family while you're dealing with it.
But what I'm saying is that if your family continues to use you as a bank, and you feel obligated to have to take care of. You don't know how many people he has to take care of,
and
right?
You're older, bro. You've gone through life. These kids
like,
are young. We be forgetting these dudes are young now.
So
wait, I'm so confused. Because at the end of the day, like when I think of family, I think of my immediate family, my wife.
But you're speaking in an anecdotal standpoint.
What about your mother, your father, your brothers and sisters?
My brothers and sisters.
I'm asking you. I don't know.
They able-bodied fucking people.
Okay, if your sister got sick, you don't think you would want to help take care of her family? If your sister gets sick and she has 2 kids, right, and you're a multimillionaire, you're not gonna help them?
How much does it take? Does it cost to take care of a couple of kids?
Right, but the point he's making is like you're getting finessed by your family, pretty much.
Not me.
I'm just saying, but in the situation, they use the kids against you.
You're speaking from your anecdotal point of view. You have to think about the conversation that we're having. Not everybody thinks like Claw and Fang and Chili and Six and Barry. Like they think differently. A lot of people come from a background where they have to take care of a lot of people.
PSA,
right? There's
for all
a
the people
culture
out there. You need to think like me. Fuck everybody. Take care of the people you need to take care of. The gold diggers and the bloodsuckers, go fuck them.
Okay. So let's go ahead and have a conversation.
Wait, you just said go fuck them?
Right.
You did do that.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
So
I tell her to go fuck themselves.
So this is
you know.
So this is what he said, right?
Go fuck him.
Says Dion Waiters. He said, I just wasn't having fun. I had thoughts of not being around, but I've got kids. I'd rather be miserable for the rest of my life than leave my kids without a father. I didn't want to be around anyone, and everybody was still asking for shit. I'm a one-man army as far as finances go. I'm the backbone. Shit was dark. Some days I'd sleep in the bed all day. I had nothing to look forward to. I wasn't working out. It was a mental battle. So that says a lot, right? Is that
it's good that he actually said something.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of, like you said, a lot of people struggle in silence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They keep it to themselves.
And then you end up hearing that they not here no more.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Go back and you find a letter and they say all this stuff in the letter. Now it's like, yo, you can't even say anything or be like, yo, don't do it. You know?
But here's a deeper conversation that I want to have real quick. Is that family? Why is it always the pressure from the family to be able to rest on one person, right? Like as a provider, as somebody who's a part of a family, if I'm in Dion Waiters' family, obviously I'm speaking from an anecdotal standpoint, but it's like this one person has made it, right? He's made a better life for himself, and everybody else is just taking pieces. At what point do you believe as a family member that money's not going to run out? He doesn't have an endless amount of money, right? So what ends up happening when you keep pulling from this person and he has nothing left? Like as family, do people not think about shit like that?
They do not.
You know what? See,
do not.
I know
That's
I'm
crazy.
I'm not an empathetic person.
So I don't think that this
the thing is,
conversation is for you.
But here's the thing, like, you don't necessarily have to give people money.
Of course not.
You can put people in a position to where they can make money,
right,
and stand on their own too. Now, if I put you in this position to where you should be able to do this, and I get you on your feet and get you started, and you fuck it up, that's on you.
There's so I don't know if y'all remember the show, a basketball show, and it came on I think
Showtime, yeah.
And that's what he was doing, same thing. Like, so basically he brought his whole family along with him, and he was paying his family to pretty much have jobs to help him out. Like, oh, you take care of this, laundry and stuff like that, and you take care of this, take mom to do this. But he gave everybody jobs, gave them responsibility. What happens is they get this money that they never had before, and they don't find responsibilities for people. You can't just give this money out and not be getting any money back in return, because now it's like you're just pushing out, but nothing else is coming in.
Or you can't just give people this amount of money when they've never had any level of responsibility in their life. What do you think is going to happen if you give them a lump sum of money?
Right. And that's why I say you put them in a position.
But you give them all of that money and they've never been responsible. What do you think is going to happen? They're going to come right back to you in a few months and say, hey, you know that money that you gave me? Yeah,
the money you gave me for the trucking company ain't really taking.
So now I need another advance.
Like, well, listen, that's your issue. I started you off with something, I put you in a position to do something. At some point, it's sink or swim. You can't just baby people, especially grown people.
Listen, I agree with that.
I agree with what you're
but
saying.
It's not as easy as that.
It's not as easy as what you're saying.
It's not as easy as that.
My immediate family, growing up, we were the rich ones in our family.
Right.
We brought over everyone from Haiti through our house.
Everybody looked at y'all as the breadwinners.
They looked at us and couldn't take no for an answer.
Right.
Anytime we said no to anything,
it was disrespectful.
And it wasn't always money. It'd be like, yo, we want to throw our baby shower in your backyard. Cool. We're not going to be there.
Right.
But here's everything. Take care. Oh, you're not going to help me set it up?
Right.
You're not going to put money into it. You're not going to buy liquor for it. You're not going to make food for it. It's like, no. You're going to help. Got you. But that's still your family. Right. You say no, you cut off this person. You cut off that person. At a certain age, like, damn, these are the people I grew up with. Right. I want them in my life, and now they're no longer there. It's not that easy. It's something I see my parents struggle with.
It's not that easy, bro.
It's not that easy. You can cut people off for 3, 4, 5 years. They might, it's family. They're going to come back. You can tell them no, but also you have that temperament. Not everybody got it. And you're older. You've been through some shit. You've seen how maybe somebody else got fucked up, and you're like, you know what? I'm not even going down this path with you. He's young. He's learning these lessons now. He might get to where you're getting to another 8 years. But where he's at right now, that's where he's at. Amen. And there's a race component.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't mean to say this, but you know, let's just say quarterbacks. The quarterbacks, they come from rich households. They ain't gotta buy mama a house.
Right.
They don't gotta take care of uncle or dying granny or whatever. They picking us up from the poorest areas, from the poorest neighborhoods. Not only do we not have any real financial knowledge, but people got real problems. And we the ones who made it. So uncle's gonna be like, yo, remember that time you slept on my couch? Auntie's gonna be like, yo, remember that time you was hungry after football? I gave you like, and you feel like when you don't take care of them, that you turn your back on them. These are the people who took care of you.
Because that's the culture.
That's our culture.
That's the culture, yeah.
That's
good point.
Your culture different than mine.
After the break, we got some more basketball stuff.
He has changed the game. Whether you like it or not, he's changed it. He's impacted the game in some fashion or form.
I'm gonna find a bar mitzvah for you to go to. And you gonna turn that motherfucker out.
Yeah, all the gals watching.
Crack 'em if you got 'em.
All the gals watching. Minus 6.
And I would like to formally welcome you to
Welcome.
Welcome.
the grid.
To the grid. To the grid.
To the grid.
Welcome to the grid.
And welcome to the grid.
Welcome to the grid.
Welcome back, y'all. So we just wrapped up the Dion Waiters conversation. Moving on. James Harden, the kept wife that he is.
There's a couple of kept
the
wives
NBA survivor that he is, wants a new home. Rumors is that he wants to be a Los Angeles Clipper. So you know when I hear Clipper, it's like Candyman, right? I come out of nowhere, right? So of course, he wants to be a Clipper. Sad part is that the Clippers don't want him. Clippers don't want his ass. Or if they want him at a lesser price because his contract is what it is. Sixers are looking for adequate compensation. There's not a lot of teams that are willing to give them adequate compensation for a guy that continues to move from team to team every year and has no loyalty to anyone. So what's the problem here? What's the problem that we see here with James Harden? I think I saw Jay Williams put out that, we have to start blaming the NBA landscape or for why the market is not there for James Harden. Is it really the NBA landscape that you have to blame? Or do you have to blame James Harden himself? He depreciated his own value. If you let's think about the timeline here. He forced his way out of Houston. Literally stopped working out. Got fat.
Put on the fat suit.
So he can be moved to Brooklyn. Hi, Jazz. Don't disappear. And what's in that glass? Water. Yeah? That don't smell like water. Smell like pure gasoline from here. Yeah, okay.
Moonshine.
Yeah. But he moves from Houston and wants to go to Brooklyn. Gets to Brooklyn. Gets hurt. Right? Guys are not healthy and all that. We understand the timeline there, right? And falls out of interest with Brooklyn. Demands a trade out of Brooklyn. Wants to go to Philly. Because Daryl Morey's there and I want to go to Philly. You get to Philly. Now, I remember when it happened, I said, I wonder if James Harden realizes who Joel Embiid really is. Is that Joel Embiid is not one of those guys that holds his tongue and he's somebody who's like a passive aggressive like Kevin Durant or Kyrie Irving. He's somebody that will tell you exactly to your face what he means. I wonder how that relationship is going to fare. Ends up going to Philly and they boot smoked by Boston, right? Then now he wants to leave. So if NBA execs are watching this timeline, what NBA exec is going to be rushing to the phone to want to trade for you?
Absolutely no one.
I'm curious. If you're a hiring manager in HR and you see this guy's resume, okay, you had a job in 2019, 2020, 2022, 2023, and all the reasons for leaving are for personal reasons. Red flag? Yes?
If it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, it ain't a fucking mongoose.
You're going to literally, and then you have fanboys out there. I'm not going to say no names. I mentioned his name before, but I'm not going to say it again. That will go ahead and try to rationalize why this is happening. Just like how he said, I can't believe Russell Westbrook only signed for $8 million for 2 years. Really?
Really?
So nobody saw this coming. Fang, how long have I been saying this on the pod? You've been listening to this pod before you even joined the pod for a while. How long have I been saying that once Russell Westbrook's contract was up, he will get $6?
Right. And a gym bag.
And a gym bag. Lo and behold, what did he get?
I don't think he got the gym bag.
He probably didn't.
He got the $6.
He got the $6 though. And he's holding on to that $6 tight. Right?
He put it in the pockets of them.
That's what I'm saying.
The pocket that he got cut out of the pants. So
put it
$6 just fell out.
Put it in the pockets of his Jabot jeans because there's like 18 pockets in there, right? So that's my thing. It's like, what do you think was gonna happen? I don't understand. You know what? Thoughts, and then we're just gonna move on because I'm tired of it.
And the thing is, the amount of money that comes with Harden is crazy.
And the headache.
Why?
Yeah.
Why am I paying for this?
What
am I getting in return?
Right. Also, what are you paying for?
You getting the beard.
Right.
But what is the beard now? After he put on the fat suit, he ain't never been the same.
Shots.
Do you remember when he was like that?
Nah, we don't want to see that.
Oh my god.
We don't want to see that.
Not at all.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
but I mean, he never took care of his body. They retired his jersey in the strip club, so now he's at an older age. He's not gonna get better.
He's only gonna get worse. Yes.
You know what I mean? He hasn't been great the past 2 years, so I don't know what trade market he thought he was gonna get.
Moving on. I'm done with him. Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving is king in the castle right now. According to him, he has ownership stakes in a new sneaker company. He said, bye-bye, Nike. Hello, ANTA.
Who?
Signed a 5-year deal with the Chinese brand ANTA. I think he has ownership stakes in the company. He's going to be a recruiter to be able to bring more talent into the company.
Oh, this is funny.
They've given him pretty much virtually everything that he wants.
Oh, wait, I can't wait. Can't wait to see how this one ends.
ANTA, who did they pick up before?
They have a whole bunch of athletes. They have, I think Klay Thompson is there. There's a couple of guys that have
Have you
ANTA
ever seen
brand.
anyone wear a pair of Klay Thompsons?
No.
I mean, really, for them, it's beneficial for the NBA players.
It's beneficial for his brand.
Yeah.
But it's also beneficial for the NBA because they can be able to, kind of have a broker that relationship.
I haven't really seen any new sneakers come out that I like from any of these new players, whether they're signed to Nike, Puma, Reebok.
They all look like bowling shoes.
Kyrie's were the last good ones, and then he couldn't even keep it together with that company. So
They all look like bowling shoes. I don't care about none of these sneakers. They all have all these wild, stupid, goofy colors, right? It's the same colorway. It was like fuchsia pink, neon green, neon blue.
When they came out with the SpongeBob version of Kyrie's, I was like, what?
Yeah.
Now, Kyrie shit was the last Liddy sneaker that Nike was really putting out
Right.
like that.
He did have a decent line.
He had a decent line.
He
The
did.
Kyrie 4s were fire. The 6s were fire.
Yeah.
So
until Nike decided to.
I mean, they all look the same to me.
that was Kyrie. So we gotta stop putting that on Nike. That was Kyrie. I remember the summer before the video. He was bugging out with Nike. They put out the 6s. He said he didn't like the color. He didn't improve the color. It just was still fire. And he wouldn't shut up. So they were already looking at their relationship like, yo, we might not even be able to keep this guy. Now, I don't like that Nike waited until the whole Jewish fiasco to be like, okay, now we're going to cut you. Because it's like, oh, well, let's align ourselves with them. The truth is, y'all were thinking about cutting him before. But this is why it's so funny with ANTA. They want him to be, they gave him ownership stakes and want him to be an ambassador. So now it's going to be Kyrie's job to recruit. I love this. I fucking love this. I can't wait to see how this one ends.
That's why Stephon Marbury used to love China when he played. It was like, yo, they give me everything.
But this guy is aloof. He is a quitter. Like, yeah, he can play basketball, but this is... You don't want him representing you in any way, shape, or form.
Let's
and
see
now
how it
he's
goes.
their ambassador.
let's see how it goes. Okay? Moving on. Dwayne Wade's an owner. You know he has ownership stakes in the Jazz. We know this. He wanted more. Shouts to Dwayne Wade for being a new owner of the Chicago Sky.
Hey.
WNBA franchise, the Chicago Sky.
Why is everybody just wasting their money?
So, listen. Shouts to Dwayne Wade for investing in the hometown team, Chicago Sky.
Oh my god!
I think they won a championship a few years back, didn't they?
Now Zaya has a place to play basketball.
Right. Relax. That was funny, but relax. Thoughts?
Hey, I guess him and Brady got something in common.
So you think Brady said to him, "Listen, I invested like this $2,000, so you can be able to take half of that, and put because Vegas is a profitable franchise, so you can take half that, and you can put it into the Chicago Sky. You be good money.
The return must be really. So right now they may not see a return, but the long-term return. I mean, the long-term game on that return may be good.
You think so?
Yeah.
Everyone needs a loss to write off. Yeah. Everyone needs.
It sounds like it's gonna be a money pit to me, but if sports go the way that rap is going and starts highlighting and featuring women, it might he might get $3. He might get $3.
You know what I've always said about the WNBA. I say things here because I don't watch, but if they're going to succeed the right way, and I will support it. I am all for businesses getting their model together, right, and making money, right? So I'm hoping that this is what they're doing now, that they're getting their ducks in a row. They're getting people to be able to invest into the teams to be able to now advertise and get sponsorship deals and put it in a light that people can say, okay, if Dwayne Wade is a part of this thing, maybe now I feel more comfortable investing because this is something that he's involved in, right? Rather than if he's not there, I don't necessarily feel, you know, like empowered to invest into this particular brand. So it helps. It can help.
I think it's a ploy.
It could be.
I think they're reaching out to these people like, listen, we're trying to get this, you know, we're trying to get this business off the ground.
Yeah.
We want you to invest in it, you know.
We'll give you 30%
Yeah,
off.
we'll give you cents.
Relax.
We'll give you pennies on the
All
dollar.
right, relax. You see?
You know?
That wasn't me. Relax.
Like, invest in this, you know, be the face of this. We'll give you pennies on the dollar, and hopefully this will go somewhere.
Listen, Nicole doesn't watch the WNBA. She doesn't know what we talking about.
Dude, no one watches it.
They watch it. All right. And you know what? Matter of fact, no. Now I got something to say. Don't put up none. Now I got something to say. I got a big bone to pick with the WNBA right now. We had a conversation off camera, and I'm going to say it. I don't like what the WNBA does. So I was scrolling on my phone, scrolling on IG like I do, because I'm a troll. So I like to see certain things. And I come across highlight, what was paid, Hoops a highlight or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Right? So they put Ionescu, which is one of the stars for the Liberty. She's bad. You know, she can hoop, right? Ionescu wins the 3-point contest. Oh my God, this is great. You know, wins 3-point contest, right? Sets the WNBA record for 3-pointers made, right?
How many was it?
And also sets the NBA record for most. So now I'm hot. Now I'm hot because you will go ahead and put out the NBA. What does the NBA got to do with this? So I hit up 6. I'm like, listen, I don't like it because you the WNBA. You trying to build your brand. What are you name dropping us for? What are you name dropping us for?
Why are you name dropping Steph Curry?
Like, bro, have you ever heard the NBA say Steph Curry wins the 3-point contest? He's made more threes than any NBA player or any WNBA player playing.
Bro,
Nobody cares.
Bro, I'm looking at a photo, right, of the Dallas Wings, right? Are you trying to tell me between all of us right here, we can't count on our hands how many people are in the stands?
The Big Three has a higher attendance rating than the WNBA.
We know this.
Like, we can literally count on our hands how many people are in the stands watching these games.
Nicole, listen, we're gonna go to a WNBA game as research for the show. All right? We're gonna go to a Liberty game for research. And we're gonna see how it goes. Because can anybody explain to me why somebody would feel then so then I went searching. Because I need more context now. Because sometimes you have some of these platforms that will just say some outlandish stuff without there being any reason for it, right? They do it on their own volition, right? So I went to the WNBA's page. I started scrolling. And I said, oh, here's all this Ionescu stuff. Wonderful. They're promoting it. It's beautiful. So I started clicking videos. I started reading the caption. Ionescu wins 3-point contest. Good. So we can get rid of that one. Another video. Ionescu holding the trophy. Wins 3-point contest. Wonderful. Love it. Keep scrolling to the next one. It's another picture of Ionescu there. Ionescu sets the record. Wonderful. This is good. They're on the right track. So it's not the WNBA doing this, clearly. I go to the last one. Ionescu shocks the world. 3-point contest. She stuns and makes the record. And also sets the NBA record. Why? If you're trying to build your own brand, why you keep name dropping the NBA? See, for me, what it does is that, and I'm gonna go ahead and give it to the room after this. It makes your brand look inferior. That you're always pandering to the other brand. If I'm a basketball league, why do I need to pander to the other league? These are women that are playing. These are great athletes that are playing this game. What the NBA players have to do with them? What? So you're going to start conjoining awards now? So when a WNBA player wins the finals MVP, you're going to say, and This is the
MVP.
She's won 7 Finals MVPs. That's more than any other basketball player walking planet Earth.
Inclusion.
Why? You are the WNBA. Start to build that. Because you trying to pony or side up with the NBA doesn't make you look plausible. It doesn't.
Listen, at this point, they need to just
I don't believe that.
take all the merch, ship it to Taiwan.
Relax.
Be done with it.
Relax. Thoughts on that? What I just said, Chili.
It's all inclusion. So they want to make it seem like, so it's 2 different leagues, but they want to make it feel like everything is all one.
You're right.
It's gonna lead to that, and they're probably gonna have awards just like you said. They're gonna lead. Oh yeah, we got a league award for the year rather than it being a women's award or a men's award. They're gonna have it as one.
No,
and you know what's gonna
happen.
And you know what's gonna end up happening at that point.
Stop watching.
I will. I'll cover it.
I mean, not the game is gonna combine as one, but
I think they'll
awards.
give them like the man of the year, it'll be like the player of the year, and they'll open up the WNBA to be able to get that. So my pushback on his argument is that I believe the WNBA is part of the NBA. When they first came out, the NBA advertised them. We got next. When you have these super commercials with the Pepsi and the Nike, and they bring in all these basketball players, they bring in WNBA and NBA. Recently with Candace Parker and Steph have their own campaign going. So at the end of the day, we know the WNBA is a losing league. They lose however much money a year, and the NBA, every team pays $500K a year to keep them afloat. If you have a bad business,
but do they pay him
with a bad product? He's a bad product on House of Hoops and House of Highlights. They're highlighting jump balls. They're highlighting Brittany Griner single-handed dunks.
Right.
This is 48 minutes of a game. All you got from me was a jump ball. They're grasping at straws.
Bro.
The only way to keep that business afloat is to piggyback off the NBA.
That's right. And I actually saw on Sports Center, like, Brittany Griner's first dunk back in the NBA. Like, dude, she's 6'10".
Mind you,
she's 6'10". If she can't dunk, it's a problem.
They're like 6 weeks into their season. What you mean first dunk?
I mean, needs like
relax. All right, stop it. Stop. Moving on. We're getting off this. I want to throw a shot and you guys just kept going, but I like it. Moving on. Doc Rivers, uncertain about his coaching future. Now, when I saw this topic come up, I said to myself, Doc Rivers, uncertain about his coaching future. Makes sense. He's getting older. You know, must have family, wife at home, and, you know, we may want to spend more time at home and stuff like that. But then there's the other darker side of me that came around, and it's always that. So I can never just have a positive thought anymore without the bad part starting to chime in. And I'm saying he's thinking and mulling his future. He should, because nobody wants to hire his ass. Nobody wants a failed coach. And you go home. You saw Greg Popovich just got 5 years just because they signed Victor Wembanyama. That's the only reason why he got 5 years. The only reason. Anyhow, the Spurs didn't win that lottery. They'd have forced his ass out.
He's out of here
in 2 years. Nobody cares about. Listen, they want younger coaches in the NBA. They want they want a different type of league. Guys like Doc Rivers, they don't care about it anymore. They don't. And he's old.
He should go to the WNBA.
He should go to the WNBA.
How do you think Wemby's gonna turn out?
Yeah, you already know what I said.
This is the biggest fluke.
You already know what I said.
NBA, bro. Like, this is gonna be such a fluke.
You already know what I said about Wemby.
They took him out of the summer league already. Like, I'm done with
he listen. I don't like to put things on people. He's a young kid. He speaks well. You know, I think they can find a way to market him, but he just looks a little doofy to me.
You think he's a wash, or do you think he's going to take a little while?
I don't think he's going to be a wash.
NBA legs underneath him.
I think that one, but I also don't think that he's this generational
At all.
prospect that everybody thinks he is. I think he's going to be a good player. I just don't think that he's generational. When you start throwing around that word, you got to be very careful.
Generational as in what, though? Because a generational prospect just means we've never seen anybody, or we haven't seen anybody in a long time with your potential. It doesn't mean he's going to realize his potential. Fast as fuck, tall
But
as
he's
fuck.
not fast as fuck. That's the
can
problem.
shoot, can dunk.
That's the problem, is that you've been told that. I saw him on camera.
He's not fast.
He's not fast. He doesn't jump out the gym. He's 7'5".
He typically goes out
and
the
can
gym.
shoot jump shots. That's why he's considered generational. We've never seen a guy that big have that type of skill set. Doesn't mean that he's the greatest prospect we've ever seen. He's a 2K player.
I feel like once people start putting bodies on him, he's gonna crumble.
He's going to have to learn. He's going to have to learn. But the problem is that, and what I've said, and we'll move on quickly, is that guys like him, and when I talk about guys like him, I'm talking about size-wise, right? Pause. Is that once you're 7 such and such, automatically your anatomy is weak. There's nothing you can be able to stop to prevent your feet from giving out from you. Normally, big guys have feet issues. It happens. Kevin Durant, when he started to get older, he had a Liz Frank injury. Yeah, it might have been a freak injury, but at the end of the day, there's some lower leg problems there.
Mush feet.
It happens. Anthony Davis, he's not even that big, but you understand what I'm talking about. Zydrunas Ilgauskas. You keep seeing these big guys, they have foot problems.
And they're playing a different game today. They're
And
not playing like the way
it's not the
Pittman
prodding
played.
game that's a low post game back in the day. He's a guy that plays on the perimeter.
Okay, and I want to ask, because I don't remember, how was Kevin Durant as a prospect? Because I know he didn't get this type of fanfare. We knew he was going to be good.
Kevin Durant was the best scorer in college basketball.
But when he was coming into the league, where was he placed as far as a prospect?
He was one of the best players that they said that were coming out. He was number 2 pick in the draft.
Because I didn't hear as much as from Kevin Durant.
Because social media wasn't crazy like that.
I mean, also,
I think that's a social media thing because LeBron came in with a lot of
Wemby,
fanfare.
remember, Wemby is an international player.
They didn't
You
talk about,
you never saw Wemby play. You only heard.
Also, with Kevin Durant, they didn't talk about his low post game.
Right. They talked about
shooting.
Also,
they knew he
too.
could shoot, but they didn't. There was no inside game they were worried
Also,
about.
too, Kevin Durant was 6'9" when he got into the league. He grew to 7 feet tall. Wemby 7'5" coming in.
Okay.
So there's a different dynamic here. You know what I mean? But after the break, we got some irrelevant news of the week. Boy, it's a doozy. After the break. Breaking news! Breaking news. All you guys have to do is take to your phones and see it. It should be everywhere at this point. Mariah Mills took to her Instagram and had some scathing things to say about Zion. Not the stuff that we've been used to, but more of the darker side. Talking about domestic violence. And this is something that we have to break, obviously. I'm not going to go into specific details about this because we need to hear all the evidence and stuff that comes out as the coming weeks, as it unfolds. But this is such a different tone of what we've been seeing for the last month of this tirade that she's been on. This is disturbing.
It's disturbing. Disturbing is the best word to come up with this, because we're in an era where us men are trying to correct the wrongs of the past by listening and giving more credence to women's complaints.
Right.
And every couple months, there comes a person who comes along who kind of makes that just a little more harder for women.
Right.
And I just feel like with the timeline of events, I'm not saying she's not telling the truth. We don't know. This just dropped. I'm just saying with the timeline of events from the time everything started till now, it's very, very, very strange or curious that you would drop this information now.
I agree.
Well, it sucks.
Yeah.
We just saw what happened with Jonathan Majors. You know?
Talk about it. Talk about it.
You know? So, listen.
And we all know, I haven't heard many apologies coming his way, but go ahead.
So, like, let's just start from here. All right. She's trying to blackmail Zion. She's trying to get the NBA involved. Oh, well, you know, I'll release this if you don't fire him. You don't trade him.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Then she gets a tattoo of him on the side of her face.
Right.
His name on the side of her face. And it's not even like a nice tattoo. It's just like
Zion. Right. It wasn't a Tyson tattoo.
Right.
Yeah.
It wasn't enticing. You know, she gets banned from Twitter. Now all of a sudden.
That's what I'm saying. It's like if you follow the timeline from a logical standpoint, if you're somebody who thinks logically and not with your emotions, right? If you're just looking at the timeline.
I think she sees that the bag is gone. She's not getting this money anymore. And now she's reaching. That's my opinion.
He was paying her 105. She kind of started to set him up for a lawsuit. Screwed herself out of that lawsuit with the revenge porn threats.
Right.
Losing money off Twitter because the connection to Twitter and OnlyFans
is synonymous.
Mm-hmm.
So this is probably the first month where, you know, she's feeling a little light in the pockets. And
saw $6 in the account.
She had to move back into the project.
Relax.
See?
But listen, all of those things could be valid, but the biggest thing that we have to say is that we can't take the allegation as BS, right? You got to take it for face value. We have to until things come out, until more evidence comes out, bro. This is what it is.
But see, here's the thing now, like this is becoming very crazy.
I agree.
And this can really ruin people's lives.
I agree.
So when you make these type of false, well, let me not say it's a false claim, but when you make these claims and it comes out that you're lying and you're full of shit, something needs to happen.
I agree. I
think jail time needs to come behind
I think the walk back and the consequences of potential false allegations should be severe for people who decide to try to do those things. Like if a lot of people know that the punishment for a false allegation is massive, right? I don't think that you will see them so often. Now, again, we're not saying that this is false, but we're saying we're just pulling from history of other things that have transpired, right? So that's all I'm saying. If the evidence comes out and this is true, Zion's in a lot of trouble. The evidence comes out and this is BS, then normally a lot of times nothing happens.
Well, you know, I think all porn stars do a jail scene. So
you think Vivid will call? You know what? Relax. Now it's time for my irrelevant news of the week.
You got to be kidding me! I mean, how do you watch this?
Really I mean,
yeah,
brings it out of me.
They stink.
It does.
This is what I watch for.
Now, I have one of the craziest irrelevant news stories I've come across ever. We've had some good ones. We've had some great ones. We've had some interesting ones. This one, though, belongs in the Hall of Fame. Japanese man who spent $16,000 to become a dog said he's afraid others will think he's weird. I'm out of here. I'm out. I don't want no parts. He literally is a dog. I'm looking at the pictures. I will send it to you.
He's a dog. He paid for surgery.
He paid for his surgery to become a dog.
Wait. And he didn't think people were going to think he was weird from the get-go?
Where are we? where is this place going? We got AI,
Japan.
we got people that.
Wait, what type of dog?
It was only 16K.
And it's
I
only
don't even understand.
$16,000.
What type of dog is he though?
He's one of those.
It's a great disguise, bro.
It's one of the long-haired dogs.
Long-haired dogs.
Collie. Yes, thank you.
Bro.
Collie.
Bro, it's just
I'll send it to you.
Some Jim Henson level of work.
Yo.
And says that he is afraid others will think he's weird. What would give it away, sir? Is it the tail? Is it the actual snout? And if the snout actually has like a little bit of coldness on it, what gave it away?
I think it's the bark. He ain't get the bark all the way.
Right, maybe his bark is a little off.
It's a little off.
Does he eat out of a bowl?
Bro.
Maybe he still sits at the table and eats regular.
Bro.
Maybe
dog.
Wait, who walks him?
He walks himself.
He walks himself.
He has a doggy door. He just walks out his own doggy door.
Maybe
probably got that invisible leash.
Maybe the fact that what probably happened is that he walked out of his front door regular, looking like a dog, and people are looking at him like, I didn't know a dog can walk like that. And then he realized that, okay, I got to get on all fours. And then people are like, holy crap, that's my neighbor that's been here for the last 4 years. So maybe, of course, they're going to think you're weird because the cat's out of the bag now. Excuse me, dog's out of the bag now. What are we doing?
Craziness, bro.
And listen, we live in a society now that if you try to shame this man, they'll attack you.
Attack me because I want to know, did he wear a collar or a harness?
Do you think that they put a tracker in him?
He lives in a cage, though.
Yeah, bro.
Hold on.
I hope he got his immunization shots.
Hold on. Last one before we go. Did he spade? Did he? Is he neuter?
Yo,
not by choice.
Not by choice.
Not by choice. But he definitely getting none.
What if he's out here at the dog parks sniffing ass and humping other dogs?
But you know the other dogs are not gonna give him no play because they know he's not
blowing
a dog.
their
backs out. Dogs like
relax.
Listen, I've seen male dogs hump other male dogs.
Definitely takes doggy style to a whole nother level.
Oh my gosh. Yo,
it takes bestiality to another level.
You gotta relax.
It takes bestiality to another level, doesn't it?
Well, now here's the thing, because like when dogs mate, they like get stuck together.
Yo.
So, like, imagine this guy stuck
like a human centipede.
To an...
Yeah. All
right, can we not though? With the humans, can we not though?
Yo. Moving on.
But wait, every dog has a master.
He's his own master.
He still works.
He goes to work?
Yes.
He still works.
Yes.
Wait, when he goes to work, does he like go to work as a dog or as a... Like, I'm confused. I gotta see the photo.
I don't think the surgery is reversible.
I gotta see the photo though.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, it's just crazy, bro.
That's
great job by the
job,
doctor.
yes.
Great job by the doctor.
Wait, so it's like believable?
Yeah.
Yo, bro, he
Jim
looks
Henson level,
he
bro.
looks like a collie.
He walk around looking like Lassie.
The nigga who made Ninja Turtles and Big Bird and Sesame Street.
He looks like a collie,
good.
bro.
It's like Star Wars 1.
Nicole, have you seen it?
He looks like a snuffleupagus?
Yeah, bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
my Lord.
Yeah. Moving on from Mr. Dogman, right?
Dogman.
This one is interesting. So we look at, there's a Burger King here in Thailand.
Oh, my stomach hurts just thinking about this shit.
Well, Thailand decides that they want to revolutionize being woke and healthy, right? So they said, screw the meat patties. We're not doing that. We're going to put 40 slices of cheese between 2 buns, and we're going to sell that.
Ugh, this is gross.
Now, here's my problem, right? This is my biggest issue, is that somebody's going to go in there and see this limited deal here as a value menu, and they go sell it for $10 our price, right? Oh, no, you just buying cheese, fam. Cheese and bread. And they go beat you over the head for $10 and a drink?
I ain't gonna hold you with rising cheese prices. That might be a life hack. I might just buy the sandwich and just one slice at a time.
Yo.
No.
I'm just saying. I just thought about it.
No, not that cheese.
40 pieces of cheese on one
I'm just saying.
sandwich?
That's like
I don't know if y'all
$15
grew up like this, right?
Why even
But
slice
if you go
it?
into the hood and you need some cheap cheese, you get the
You go to Dollar
Chocobo,
Menu. You got a
yellow cheese,
yeah.
and it doesn't melt. It
Right,
just
yeah.
stacks.
You go to the dollar
That's what
store.
it looks like. It looks like
You go to the
Mad
dollar
that
store.
just stacked up on top of each other like it doesn't melt at all. Ugh,
Bro,
who's eating that?
you go to the dollar store and you go get some cheese, and that cheese, it won't melt.
But what's the point of putting slices of it? Why not just chop a block? Put it on the bread. Like, I don't understand. What's the point of the slices?
Because it doesn't look
to make it look less dense.
I don't think you can bite through the block. You can bite through the
that's
slices.
true. You can't bite through the block.
You can't bite through the block.
You can't bite through the block. It all depends on what type of cheese it is, right? If it's sharp cheddar cheese, you can't bite through that block like that.
It's American cheese.
Ugh. In Thailand?
Yeah.
You know, he got a good point.
He got a good point.
He got a good point. He got a good point.
Thailand cheese.
That's bars. I'm not eating no American cheese in Thailand. I'm sorry. That's just me.
I'll tell you what type of cheese it
There's
really
American
is.
cheese everywhere.
You can't trust it.
Tell you what type of cheese
Can't
it
trust
is.
it.
Y'all play around if
They
y'all
got
want.
Kraft singles everywhere, bro.
I can't trust Kraft anymore.
You gonna mess around, it's gonna be one of them.
Facts. Listen, I just want to say this before we move on. There was this video I watched years back where some people, I'm not even going to say what race they are, some people were making cabbage and cheese out of plastic bags.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
So they would have the plastic bags, and there was this machine.
Oh, my God.
That's the name of making.
That's still. Moving on. Moving on. I'm not doing this with y'all. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. Not doing it. Moving on. Moving
Lady
on.
boy.
Moving on. Moving on.
Oh, you fine, so
Last one. 73-year-old man lives in an old Boeing 727 that he bought for $100,000.
That's dope.
You lit.
That's dope.
That's dope.
I ain't gonna lie to you. That's kind of one of the dopest stories I've heard.
That's dope.
Does it fly though? Still?
No, it doesn't fly. It's an abandoned 727 that he lives out of.
Crazy thing about it is I was just actually looking at there's a hotel in Costa Rica where you're like in the jungle pretty much, and there's like all abandoned planes, and they took all these planes and turned them into like hotels.
Oh wow.
So when you go out there, you could just stay in one of these planes. It's actually dope, bro.
Can I one-up you on the 73-year-old stories?
Yes.
As far as the relevant news of the week. This past week, a 73-year-old Japanese man was arrested by authorities. For the past 6 years, this man has been dressing up like a ninja and going out at night and robbing people.
Yo, 73 years old?
73 years old.
He's been...
That's dope. That's dope.
The cops suspected it was him because out of all the 6 years, he only put his face on camera one time, and it was like a little slip up. They caught him in like a reflection of a camera. They didn't even catch him.
So he was really a ninja.
He was really a ninja. They watched him for about a month and a half. He ain't make no moves.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Then one day he left his crib, went to a warehouse, came out in his ninja outfit, and that's when they arrested him.
What was this man's race?
Yo, hold on.
Japanese.
Every 73-year-old Asian looks the same.
He was able to do it because he ate all his vegetables.
All right.
Relax. Moving on. See what you did? You see what you did? You did that. You did that. I'll blame that on you. I'm gonna blame that on you. That is my irrelevant news of the week.
You got to be kidding me. I mean, how do you watch the? I mean, yeah, they stink.
Moving on. Baseball talk. Positive news before I let off. Pause.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Barry Bonds is going to have a 10-part docuseries soon on his career. And I am, as a Barry Bonds fan, as a baseball fan, I couldn't be more excited because this is my last dance. You know what I mean? Like, this is gonna be one of the greatest documentaries ever told.
So
because
sorry, Barry, but do you think it's gonna be like, did he authorize this or
Yes.
they're just doing it?
Yeah, he authorized it.
Okay,
He authorized it.
those are the ones I like.
Does he have say in like how they portray him?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I feel
Yeah.
like they're gonna try to give a little dig.
Try to-
into
Nah,
that shit.
but see, the thing is, if they try to give a dig, they can try because the thing is with Barry Bonds is, if you guys remember his trial, he was found not guilty with allegedly knowing that he knowingly did steroids.
Copy. You're right.
So the stigma out there for him is that he's a cheater, right? Because obviously what he's thinking about it like, and it's kind of segueing into my next point about this, which is great. Thank you for that. is that he talked about his Hall of Fame snub, right? He's like, okay, cool. Do I want to be in the Hall of Fame? Absolutely. Do I understand that whatever it is, whatever opinion they want to have of me? Of course. It's unfair because if this happened now with all the rules and restrictions that are in place for these current baseball players, I would understand the vitriol. Back when I played, there were no rules. So you want to start making things up as you go, as you see fit, because you want to go ahead and try to clean up your sport with the people that built it. That's the problem that I've always had with baseball. It's not the fact that you want to clean up your sport. Go ahead, clean it up. Dude, everybody should do that, right? Everybody should want to put a good face forward. But why ostracize the people that built this sport on their backs? Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens, Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa, Rafael Palmeiro. The list goes on of great players that have made this sport beautiful.
These were the faces of the sport. These
faces
were
of the
what
sport.
brought the fans out.
Right. Sosa and McGwire saved baseball in 1998.
Oh, yeah, they damn sure
They
did.
literally saved baseball. Cole wasn't even alive yet.
Yep.
By the time she was alive, baseball was thriving.
The crazy thing,
But it was them that did it. So why turn your back on those players? That's what I don't like. I don't like that.
So
Barry, yeah. go
You
ahead.
know how they demonetize people? Like, this is just YouTube.
Yeah.
Right? For like, oh yeah, he's
For
a
anything.
cheater, so they demonetized.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
for ratings on TV, they don't take those ratings back. They
Of course
just
not.
keep getting
Of course
money,
not.
The money
Those-
keeps rolling,
those-
and they take them.
Those billions of dollars that they're not handing that money back
Oh, yeah.
to the government and say, "Here, this is all the money that we made from cheating.
That we
Here. This is why when the whole outrage about the Houston Astros happened,
Yeah.
I'm here like, so what? This is a dirty sport that has always been dirty.
Always, but I
For a
was going
long
to say,
time.
baseball has
And
been the cheating
for a
sport
long
for a
time.
long
It's the
time.
dirtiest sport in North America.
Yeah.
So we're gonna act like it's not?
None of those championships go back. Nobody they don't forfeit their championship.
No. But you want to penny pinch and take away
The person,
his
the one
chance
person.
of being in the Hall of Fame when he's one of the 3 greatest baseball players to ever walk planet Earth. That's not even debatable. It's not even debatable. That to me is bullshit. And that's why baseball is where it is. That's why nobody cares. One thing I do care about though is shitting on those Mets. I have been a Met fan my entire life.
Sorry to hear that, buddy.
Yeah, I know, right? I've gone through ups and downs. You've gone through the joys of listening to people tell you about how great the 86 Mets were, how great the 87 Mets were, how great the 88 Mets were. 88 Mets should have won a World Series and they kind of didn't cash in. We understand that. But growing up in Queens, being a Mets fan was everything for me. Queens. Be able to just go to Queens and see my team. I didn't have to go to the Bronx. I didn't have to invest into that side of the place, right? Which is great. We know what comes with being a Mets fan. Suffering, pain, frustration. And you get that, right? And we've dealt with the Wilpons, and we've always had a problem with the Wilpons not spending enough, being cheap. Oh, we should have got this player. Why couldn't we get this player? Why does everybody else have better players than we have? Right? We don't have that problem anymore. We have the richest owner in baseball. We spent the most money that anybody has ever spent in baseball in this offseason. I'm reporting to you now that the Mets are 7 games under 500. They lost tonight's game, and we're recording on a Friday night. They lost to the Dodgers 6-0. And the guy that we paid $40 million to gave up 6 walks, 2 hits, and 5 runs. So you tell me, as a Met fan, how should I feel today?
Like a
when
dummy.
yeah.
Dummy. Yeah.
When you have an owner who's trying his best to put out a good product, and you have these charlatans that take his money and don't perform. Justin Verlander won a Cy Young last year. You guys know that, right?
Where is he now?
Cy Young is pretty much the MVP for pitchers. All right? Guess what else he did last year with the Astros? He won a World Series. That pitcher looks like dog shit now. Not the same guy. Scherzer, he got 2-color eyes. So maybe he can't see what the hell's going on. That's probably the reason. Maybe he need glasses now, right? It was cute last year when people were talking about his 2 eyes. Now it's pissing me off. Because every time you get shelled out there, you want to have a different excuse of why you look bad. Nicole told me this morning that the reason why he got scratched from his start last time was because he woke up with a bad neck pain.
Jesus.
You an athlete and you got you got pillow problems? Broke people have pillow problems.
Mm-hmm.
Broke people ain't got no pillows. The hell you sleeping on? Rocks?
You know, he's probably better off sleeping on the floor. When I sleep on the floor, I feel so rejuvenated.
This thing has a professional masseuse.
That's
Your neck.
What
are you talking about?
You can pay for somebody to massage you for 8 straight hours while you sleep.
All you really need is an ice bath.
Something. I don't hear this excuse.
Man woke up with a crick in his neck. That's wild.
What are we talking about? And this is not the first time. This is the second time.
He's like Zion.
Every single move that has been made, except Senga, has looked like crap. So as a Met fan, how am I supposed to feel? It's one thing to be the laughing stock because you're bad, right? It's another thing to be a laughing stock when you're the target of everybody's vitriol because of your team spending the most money.
Mm-hmm.
So because you spent the most money, you are now looked at as the team that's supposed to win. When you have a season like this and spent the money that you spent, you are a clown show. So if this is the case, be a clown show. Bring in the circus, bring in the small cars, bring in all of it. Get Verlander out of here, get Scherzer out of here, get Marte out of here, get everybody that you paid big money to, get them out of here. Call up the kids and let them play. If you're going to be bad all the way.
Yeah. Or at least get your fucking...
Don't fool your fan base any longer talking about that you're going to try to be competitive when clearly it's over. You have your 2 best pitchers that look like shit. They're combined $84 million that they're making this year.
That's crazy.
We're not talking about for the contract, for this year.
That's nuts.
$84 million. One is 3-5 with a 3.9 ERA. The other one has an ERA in the 4s.
That's right.
Who are you paying for?
That's bad, bro.
Yeah.
The only highlights that we have, Lindor's having a decent season. Pete Alonso's having a good season. We have the young guys. Alvarez, catcher's having a good season. Brett Beatty's, he's learning on the fly. Still waiting for other guys to get called up like Mauricio and stuff. But that's when you hear Met fans talk, that's who they talk about. They're not talking about the albatrosses that are on the team. Jeff McNeil got paid. And he looks like dog shit. He was a batting champion last year.
Come to the Mets to retire is what it sounds like.
He's been here. I got nothing positive to say about the team. Nothing.
We just need you for 6 more games.
Nothing. I have not been to one single Met game. I have not watched a full Met game in 5 weeks. I refuse to give them any of my time or my money. Every time I look at that Lindor jersey upstairs that I bought my son, it bothers me. But I love Lindor, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna be fine with that. But the colors bother me. They're starting to bother me now.
Well, no, the Knicks colors.
Like, what are we doing? At what point are they gonna get it?
Yeah, that's a better question for you than for me. I didn't know it was that bad, bro.
This is one of the worst Met seasons ever.
Because y'all were talked about a lot in the offseason.
We are on pace to lose 90 games.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
After winning 101 last year with the same effing team. This is why, and I'll say this and then we'll move on. This is why last year, I will never forgive Billy Epler. That's our GM, by the way. People don't know. Billy Epler decided to bargain bazaar shop at the trade deadline last year when you had a team that was primed to possibly win a World Series. You decide that you don't want to spend, you don't want to mortgage the future because you want consistent sustainability for your franchise. I understand that.
Yeah, because
that makes a lot of sense. However, World Series don't grow on trees. I'd rather go for the World Series because my owner has enough money that I can be able to fix some of the mistakes that I can make on the way. Right?
And if you won the World Series, you wouldn't be paying $84 million to these brand new pitchers.
There you go.
You'd have free money for other
You'd
things.
actually probably get a discount, right? Because Verlander looking for a home said, hey, I want a World Series. They don't want me. I'll take 30 and come here.
Yeah.
But now you've created this atmosphere of, we will take your big short-term contracts. Hey, come on, we're the Mets. We want to make sure that it's a player-friendly environment. Player-friendly environment, and look at what it's turned into. A shit show. I don't want to blame Billy Epler all the way for this year. It's not his fault that players are not producing. I can blame you for last year, though. I can. When you come in here and bring me Daniel Vogel back at the deadline instead of somebody else that actually has some talent, you give me, what's his name? Ruff, that couldn't even get a hit in a Mets uniform. And as soon as he gets out of a Mets uniform, he starts raking.
Shit.
You go ahead and bargain bazaar like we on Jamaican Avenue with the barrel of shoes. That's what he did. So, if any Met fan, and this is a PSA for you, because I'm starting to realize this as well. If any Met fan thinks that Shohei Ohtani is coming here, you need to stop drinking absinthe. You need to stop taking, what's the thing that Aaron Rodgers takes? Ayahuasca. You need to stop taking wacky packs. You need to stop doing anything that's going to distort your reality. He's not fucking coming here. Why would he? He may come here and take the money because that's what we do. We just hand people money and we don't care about what they do. So he'll take the money. But you can forget about us even getting a valuable play. It's not happening, Code. Shohei's not coming here. He's gonna be a Dodger.
Yeah.
He'll be a Dodger. And then Met fans go, why didn't we give? Why would he come here?
Exactly.
He's looking exactly what's going on now.
Keep your money, guys. I'm not coming.
Moving on to the greatest segment on the planet, Dummy of the Week.
Dummy, yeah.
After the break. Welcome back. I've calmed. Moving on to the greatest segment on the planet, Dummy of the Week.
Dummy, yeah.
Every week I go around the room and I ask, who is the Dummy of the Week? Claw's not here, and I'm not even looking this way. Okay, we're gonna keep you for last. No. Well, I'm gonna leave it to the room. Fang, what do you think? Should he go first?
If he has something.
Chili, who you got?
So I got Black Cat Chris Paul.
Black Cat Chris Paul gets the
Dummy, yeah.
Now I need to hear why.
So it's a combination of him and the person that was the reporter that was reporting a story.
Do you know the source?
No, I don't.
Okay.
So basically what the reporter did, he was like, hey, Chris Paul, I just want to ask if you're going to be starting the season over Steph Curry.
He asked that question?
That's why I was like, it can go either way.
So naturally, you know what happens. We're all athletes who play sports. Like, as you get older, young talent is going to come in, and obviously Steph Curry is the young talent over Chris Paul. So, and that's Steph Curry's team, so you should already assume, like, not for nothing, he's going to be the starter. So Chris Paul's like, he says to the reporter, he goes, well, let me ask you a question. Are you the coach? Like, insinuating like, yo, don't worry about who's going to be the starter. But he's making it seem like the guy can't even ask this question. Like, don't worry about that. So I'm like, he can ask really any question. Just answer it like, I mean, it's to the coach's point of view. Just leave it at that. But he didn't want to do that. He wanted to go back and forth. It was like a back and forth thing for no reason.
Well, I mean, you have to keep in mind that Chris Paul is not the most likable character. He never has been. And this is why I've been dogging him for the last 20 years of his career, is because he is what he is. He is a irritant. And it's not going to change that he's on Golden State. It actually makes me feel so much better about myself. Listen, the Mets could be bad. They can be historically bad. But the fact that the Black Cat jinx has now made its way to the prissy Golden State regime. Oh, I don't need any Christmas gifts from anyone. I don't need a birthday gift. All of these things are going to be covered for me as the NBA season unfolds. So trust me, this is good. So anything Chris Paul related,
it's crazy because it's like Phoenix just booted you out of there.
Yeah.
You and Steph play the same position.
Yeah.
You think you're starting over Steph? Like, that's wild, bro.
Yo.
Like, all right, man. Like, call me crazy for asking the question, but like your answer was still like, yeah, I don't think you know where you at right now.
Listen,
Wow.
y'all didn't see I don't know if it was the press conference or he was just like holding up a jersey with the number 3 on it. The jersey was so tethered and wrinkled. Like it just shows you what's coming. I'm telling. Listen, people think that I'm being like this is a joke. It's not a game.
Grab that shit out the bottom of the
It's
bag.
not a game. They literally went downstairs in the warehouse and found just a wrinkly number 3 jersey and gave it to him.
And they probably didn't even have a name on the back.
No, that's why he showed the
That's
front.
why he showed the front. My thing, that couldn't steam it or iron it, bro.
Nothing.
Like, nothing.
Couldn't even steam it for the man.
That shit was in the desk of the office. that shit was right
Yo,
there.
it's a bad omen, I'm telling you.
Yo.
People think this is a joke. So, yes, Chris Paul gets the
Dummy,
because
yeah.
he doesn't know how to answer a question or just be able to just say, listen, we're going to see what happens, but this is Steph's team. He's going to be the starter.
He didn't want to say that.
I'm coming here as support. I just want to make sure that, I help this team win any way I can, right? But he can't say that because he's Chris Paul. So whatever comes to him, I don't really feel sorry for him because it's all warranted. It's all part of the plan. Nicole, you got?
This Japanese restaurant in Florida is now closing because meth was found in the soy sauce.
Yo!
I was thinking about that one too.
Yo.
Yeah, meth.
Meth found in the soy sauce.
Yeah, so the customers were like complaining.
Yo, Florida is wild.
Customers were feeling
You said it was Florida, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo.
Dummy, yeah.
Florida's a dangerous place.
Yo.
Florida's like Australia now. Anything out there can kill you. Whites, food. So a lot of different variables out there. I'm just saying.
How you get meth?
I'm just
in
saying.
soy sauce, though?
Yo.
Meth. So it must be a meth lab that they turned to a restaurant.
Probably. And they had some leftovers.
Don't worry about it.
Right.
It's just a little wasabi for your...
Right.
They were coming out
For your
feeling crazy.
sushi.
The customers were coming out feeling crazy. They had to get tested.
Yo.
Found meth in their system. Yeah, and it's unsuspected meth in your system.
So it was really
it's like I didn't even take the shit to get high.
So they was really coming out feeling crazy.
Yeah, it was coming out feeling crazy. It was getting tested. It's like, oh, a whole bunch of us. Yeah.
Here's the messed up part, right? I'm gonna think about a messed up scenario right now. You go to that meth restaurant, right? You go to that meth restaurant, right? You go feeling okay, you're not feeling good, but you go home, rest it off, go to work tomorrow, and they say, hey, random drug testing.
Yo.
That's crazy.
Right? You've been to somebody that's worked there. You probably a supervisor. You know what I mean? Never missed a day of work. Never been late. Random drug test for everybody. So I just get in there, do my piss test, and get out.
Pass with flying colors.
And you get in there, and they say, Stuart, okay, come to the office. Well, yeah, What are we talking about? Are we talking about any spreadsheets or did something
doing well
happen?
this year. Am I getting a promotion?
Right. Did something happen with the employees? I can talk. Found the drug test. It came back positive for methamphetamine. I don't do drugs. Well, can you explain this?
What you do now?
And now they look at you.
Right?
Now
you do
now they look at you as a drug addict.
Right.
That's wild. That's wild, son. Your whole life messed up. I ain't gonna lie to you. If that was me and that happened to me, scenario wise, I'm burning that place down. I am. That's foul. That's foul. I'm burning down the meth restaurant and the job. Both places. But yeah, that restaurant definitely gets it, and Florida gets it too for being dummy. Like I can't do it with them. Who you got?
Elon Musk, bro.
Elon Musk gets the dummy.
Oh my God.
What do you do?
So first of all, you buy Twitter for $40 billion.
Didn't care.
Waste of $40 billion. Now you're driving away all your customer base. You got it down to 600 tweets. You got everybody paying $8.99 a month for the blue check. And then IG comes out with the threads. 100 million subscribers in like 4 or 5 days. This nigga Mark Zuckerberg has been beating your ass for the past 2.5 months.
And he's in shape.
And now you want to have a literal dick measuring contest?
Yeah, it's a little pause too.
Hey, yo, how much can you lose?
Yeah.
One man, how much can you lose, bro?
And Zuckerberg gonna wash him up if they fight.
Yo, son.
They gonna hold you.
Dummy of the week, bro. He did it to himself.
I mean, but this is all right. I blame all of us. I blame all of us for why Elon Musk is the way he is. Do we not remember what he did to people in the COVID 2020 run when everybody was figuring out how to use the stock market and invest in all of these things, and he came with, hey, Dogecoin. Everybody, this is going to be the new thing.
This nigga.
What you people have to realize about Elon Musk by now, he's a troll by nature. He's going to try to get you to do things just to see how you react. It's like mice in a what do you call it, in a maze.
Yeah.
That's all it is. He has money to be able to do what he wants and make people react a certain way. And people still haven't realized. So everybody's complaining about Twitter. Did you not think that this was going to happen? You thought that he was going to buy Twitter and save Twitter?
That's what he sold us. That is exactly what he sold us.
But why would you buy that?
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
It took that to realize that we never got our flamethrowers. We never got our bullet train to LA. I mean, like...
So how many times you going to get burned by the same guy to know that he's a troll?
What the fuck is SpaceX? Like, yeah, no, you're right.
How many times you gotta get burned by the same guy to know he's bullshitting you? So, yes, Elon Musk gets the dummy, but we also have to hold a piece of that as well. Dummy, yes. Yeah. Fang, Freaky Fang, who you got? 2 drink minimum.
Can I do 3?
No.
All right, first one, Candace Owens.
Candace Owens.
Dummy,
hey.
Yeah. This is what she said. If white people would like to have a greater presence in the NBA, then they're going to have to work at their jump shots. If black people would like to have a greater presence at Harvard, then we are going to have to work at our academics. This is not hard.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a lot to unpack there.
Uh-huh.
It's a lot to unpack there. I think Candace Owens is the blacks for whites. We understand that, right? That's one. 2, there's a lot of well-educated African Americans out there that don't get the notoriety to be able to even apply or get accepted to Harvard because they take everything into a factor. So think about somebody who has good grades, but they come from an unstable or unstable home, right? Father doesn't live there. Mom is a single mother. You know, it's not the lavish background. Doesn't fit the Harvard standards, correct? They have the grades. So what are we talking about here? So like, it's not as cut and dry as some idiot like Candace Owens is gonna say. It's not the way it works. This is why affirmative action was actually in, because it allowed Harvard scouts to be able to search far and wide to see certain people of color and give them a chance to be able to get a higher education at a pristine institution, right? It's ignorance, bro.
Listen,
It's always going to be
We know
ignorance.
who Candace Owens is.
Yes, yes.
We know.
So it's no shock.
Right.
It's no shock. Like I was actually waiting for something a little bit more on the
You want
side.
you want me to talk about somebody who died?
No. I'm not saying you. I'm talking about like for her.
Okay.
I'm not talking about like anything you said. I'm just talking about like for her. It's just it's very part of the course.
Yeah, I mean,
It's very part of the course.
Next one.
Next one.
Another platform.
Yeah.
The next one goes to the Walmart in Providence, Rhode Island.
It's gonna be good.
Because, according to the Providence Journal, Walmart was conducting a Hasbro Children's Miracle Network fundraiser and decided to put a black employee in a makeshift cage with the sign reading, "I'm in jail, I need bail. Help me raise $50 to get out." The sign also read, "All donations going to Hasbro Children's Miracle Network." And there's a photo of this kid in jail with the sign inside of a Walmart.
All right, but hold on. Here's the thing. I understand that you said well, Walmart's the dummy, right?
Dummy, yeah. Is that a dog cage?
But why would he get in the cage?
It's a young black kid. I'm thinking he's like 16, 17, probably his first job.
What does that mean?
I get it. Oh, trust me, I get it. He can get the dummy too.
He might not know though. He's a kid.
He don't know no better.
He's not thinking about that the way we are.
Right. Man,
they knew what they were doing at Walmart. That's
I agree with
wild,
you.
bro.
I'm not gonna come out here. You're right. And he's 16.
wild.
I'm not
Dummy,
yeah. That's wild. And what was their rationale? Nothing? But here's my other question for you, Fang.
What's up?
Is there outrage?
Have you heard it?
That's the question that I like.
Of course there's no outrage.
That happens to a young black man. Where's the outrage? Just saying. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I don't even have anything to say.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's the dog cage. You have to look over and see that. That's.
So what? Everybody, all the people that just come see the black kid in the cage?
Yeah.
Yeah. At Walmart for $50, right?
$50.
$50.
Well, they're trying to raise money.
Where they at?
Rhode Island.
Yep. That's all you had to say. Anytime you tell me this, you don't have to go no further. Rhode Island.
It's always Rhode Island, Kentucky, Florida,
Indiana, Florida. It's fine. Just part of the course. Part of the course. It's fine.
Dummy, yeah.
All of those were great. Give yourselves a round of applause. It's good. I have two, like my boy Fang, 2 drink minimum. May I have the drum roll, please? And the first winner for Dummy of the Week, Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is my
Dummy, yeah.
Now, normally people are very, very impressed with off-season workouts, right? You see guys in the gym with their shooting coaches and they're doing step backs and hitting every shot, right? You know, we got Ben Simmons every summer. He's putting on muscle and people want to post those. Look at Ben Simmons back in the lab, right? You see Luka Doncic doing side conditioning drills and looks slow as anybody possible, right? And that's impressing people out there now, right? Well, Anthony Davis said, all of those things are hold my beer. He decides that he wants to do some sparring. So he gets into the boxing ring, got the gloves on and got a sparring partner, and the guy got the hat on and the head guard and all that stuff. And Anthony Davis is starting to throw punches.
That was not a good look.
Now, I don't like to judge. Now, 6'10", plays basketball his whole life, maybe never really got into an altercation. Get it. But he can't fight. He don't look like somebody that can throw hands.
After watching that, I think I could beat him in a fight.
At all. And I understand now why he's always on the floor. I get it.
Yeah.
That's probably something that he grew.
Bro, I've never seen anybody move that slow. In
That's right, yo.
It's between him and Stephen A. Smith for the boxing for me. They were both just as bad.
Stephen A. Smith got a reason. He's older. Anthony Davis is 30 years old.
Why Anthony Davis looked just like that?
Bro.
That was wild, bro.
He got no hands.
No hands. No aim.
He couldn't land.
No
a punch to
strength.
save his
No
life.
aim, he didn't connect on one punch. Not one punch. Now, if the drill was supposed to be phantom punches where you're supposed to just not hit the guy, he aced it.
Right.
He aced it. But if you were supposed to hit your target,
bro,
that was bad.
And mind you, I'm giving it to Anthony Davis, but I'm also giving it to the editor, whoever posted that. Whoever posted that.
Dummy.
Whoever posted that needs to get that too. Because why would you even think that that was appropriate? You should have said to Anthony Davis, yo, let's do another one. Let's do another one. Give me a couple of takes so I can be able to have a few so I can be able to put this together.
You know why he did it that way. For the shock value. Everybody can be like, yo, did you see the video of Anthony Davis? He can't fight for shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't put that out.
I wouldn't put that out.
I'm sorry, my nigga.
That's not a narrative that I want to put out, because I ain't gonna lie to you. If I was one of those like NBA players that will make it $6, and the next time I see Anthony Davis start to flex up on the court in my house, I'm gonna say, what's up?
Yeah. Right.
What's up? Let me see what's up then. Cause what I saw in the summertime, you look like you ain't got no hands.
Soft.
That's what I'm saying.
So he never had a fight day in his life.
Yeah.
Day in his life.
Day in his life, bro. Day in his life. And listen, he may not have. That's all right.
Right.
Like, he was a basketball player. He might have been, he grew up in Chicago. He probably was protected. There's nothing wrong with that, right? But then don't put the gloves on. Yeah. Put the camera in front of you.
Don't put the tape out.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Don't put
Like,
the tape
there's
out.
a lot of people out there that do things and you might not look very coordinated and they're not going to put the tape out. You put the tape out like you're proud of it. And your team told you that this is good. Your team, you, the cameraman, Instagram, everybody who even put this up gets the
dummy.
All right?
Yeah.
Everybody gets it.
Well, he also
Everyone.
got caught in the locker room floor with his butt out. So
Right. Next one. The next dummy. And I have no excitement to speak about this, but Kevin Durant is my dummy.
Dummy. Yeah.
Of the week.
You don't think you got enough this week, bro?
No.
Roasted, bro.
It's my turn. So, Kevin Durant had a debate, I believe it was on Twitter or whatever it was, he said that offense matters only. Defense doesn't really matter.
What do you say? Offense matters to winning the championship, or you need offense to win the championship?
Yeah, he basically saying that it's offense.
Offense wins championships, not defense.
Offense wins championships,
not defense. It wasn't even just offense wins championships.
Right. So he's
defense.
highlighting offense, but he's also throwing shade at defense. Now, for somebody like Kevin Durant, that makes a lot of sense because you've never been known to be a defensive player. You've never made any defensive all-star or defensive teams, right? But here's the problem that I have with Kevin Durant. Over the years, people have told me ad nauseum that Kevin Durant is on par with LeBron James.
What?
They've told me that Kevin Durant is one of the most gifted players we've ever seen in NBA history. Well, I've been told this. I'm not going to dispute that he's one of the most unique players we've ever had. He's a great scorer. That's where it stops. This is a guy that takes no accountability for what he does on a basketball court, how he affects teams on the basketball court, and he doesn't have any concern about what his image is, but yet wants to be portrayed as one of the best players that has ever played the game. That is my problem with Kevin Durant. So he goes ahead and makes fun of this Instagram comedian that makes really good videos. He's good, you know what I'm saying? And the comedian laid into his ass was a nice soliloquy of shots thrown at Kevin Durant. And it wasn't like shots. It was all timeline of facts.
Factual haymakers.
So now I will go ahead and tag it because there's more to the story. When you are somebody that holds yourself to a certain light, you need to start moving a certain way. Kevin Durant has always been one of those people that moves like he's not successful. Like people are constantly attacking him. Can we take a poll and really gauge how much heat Kevin Durant really gets on a grand scale? Because he doesn't really get any.
Not as much as he deserves.
Not as much as he deserves. Not as much as somebody who was named the best player on the planet deserves.
So the man left he left his team to join Golden State. He was upset that he got criticized for that. You win 2 championships in a row. You decide to leave because, well, you didn't fit in or whatever the situation was. You chose to go there.
Because he didn't get the love that Steph was getting.
You didn't get the notoriety that Steph was going to get. What do you think you were going to do?
Right. Why would you get it, though?
Why would you think that you were ever going to get that? One, you go to Brooklyn. You completely manipulate that situation for your liking. You yourself said that defense doesn't win championships. So what do? You go ahead and go get Steve Nash hired that never had a coaching job ever to be your head coach. While Jacques Vaughn was there waiting in the wings that earned his position to be able to be the next head coach of the Brooklyn Nets. You gave it to Steve Nash. Why? Because you watched him play on Phoenix. You watched him do that. Oh, well, if Steve Nash can be able to do that, maybe he can help me score more points. Like you haven't scored enough points in your career. It's about winning now, correct? Mm-hmm. So, you manipulate that situation. You tell Sean Marks to give DeAndre Jordan a contract because he's your friend, and they do it. They don't give DeAndre Jordan a 3-year contract because he's good. They give him because you asked them to. Mm-hmm. You asked them to go get you James Harden. Although they had a very good deep team, very good young pieces, they go ahead and mortgage the farm to go get James Harden for you. Right. The team breaks apart. And you decide that you want to leave because you don't like the way Steve Nash is coaching the team. Newsflash, nigga. You're the one that made them hire Steve Nash. You're the one that made them hire James Harden or sign him or trade for him or whatever it was. You're the one that decided to go here with Kyrie Irving. And at the end of the day, you still get what you want and they trade you to Phoenix.
Yeah.
And you have the gall to still walk around like you have this chip on your shoulder. You have been given every particular thing in the NBA that a superstar can have. You've had more Hall of Fame players that you've played with than the majority of people that they've played with in their careers.
He's a real kept wife.
Yes. So for me, anytime somebody brings up Kevin Durant's name, it's a joke to me. Because he gets no blame for all the bullshit that he does. I can't wait till the day that LeBron James actually retires, where they really have to start focusing on certain guys. Mm-hmm. You don't have the punching bag anymore. You now have to focus on poo-putts like Kevin Durant.
Well, in all honesty, players like Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, they're really, in all reality, they're cancers to the league.
Yes, they are. 100%.
They're cancers to the league.
I don't even care. 100%. So, that's my dummy of the week. Also, too, I want to say this real quick because we got to get out of here. Real quick, it's very interesting that, what's her name? Malika Andrews.
Yeah.
Never made any comments about Porzingis when he signed his extension with the Boston Celtics about certain allegations that he had. I wonder why. But yet she wants to bring up things at the end of the NBA draft about a kid that was exonerated for whatever he did. Interesting. And he wants to... I like to put that out there. I wonder why she didn't say anything about Porzingis. But listen, great show, people. It was wonderful. Chili's doing what he normally does. Nicole, Silent Assassin. 6, love you. Freaky Fang. Until next week, stay safe, stay cool. Peace.
Peace.
My son is the champ, so get over it.